Yeah. Play shit. Y'all come on in here. Wipe your feet off at the door. Hey now. Who's that? Come on, hit the like button when you come in. Hit the like button when you come in. Joanna, what's going on? What's going on? Joanna came to hang out with me. Peace. What's up, Joanna? Hef in here.
What's the deal? Yo, yo, yo.
They coming on in here. Tristan in here. Joanna in here.
Let's get to it, man. Let's have a great show.
Lucky in here. What's up? You know you invited Lucky. You got the keys. You got a wrench. Make sure everybody got their wrenches. Terry got her up level. She need one. Let's give up level. Man, we had a nice little topic we wanted to talk about, man.
I'm excited for it.
I'm gonna go and put it up. Put up a banner on it. We had a great conversation over there with King. How you think that was going? It's pretty smooth. I like what we was talking about. Got pretty spicy, man. Got to talking about mamas and kids. People are sensitive about that. But how about this?
Up
Yeah,
level
you
got
hit
me
up.
bent. She say I'm in the blazer with no shirt on. I'm
Yeah,
too
light
sexy
skin.
for my
Your skin match your shirt.
damn. That's deep. You got your book on your table upside down, trying to pretend like you've been reading.
Oh, I was just trying to show it off. That's King's book.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just showing love.
What's the name of it?
Love and life through the eyes of travel.
Okay.
It's pretty dope with a bunch of good visuals as well.
Okay. That's what's up.
Where them visuals at? We got some dope little pictures of him traveling
Hmm.
uh, in different places, man.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm spoiling it a little bit. Y'all go get it, man.
Man, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
All right. Ooh.
Is it a relationship or a business arrangement?
Let's talk about it.
So what's stemmed this topic for you? Where's your head at on this subject?
Are you gonna with me automatically? If it's anything that go on, if it's anything with me, relationships or business arrangements, I always talk about this thing called a deal, getting what you want out of who you with, and
So
that's
it's
what
one
it's
and the
about for
same.
me. For me, it ain't no relationship if it ain't no deal on the table.
Yeah.
Shout out to the sponsor.
Spear Tech.
We teach you how to think, not what to think. You
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
But back to the topic: is it a relationship or a business arrangement? For me, it's definitely a business arrangement. I want something, and you want something, and we can call that arrangement a relationship or whatever you want to call it. But it got to make sense on both sides for me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Funk? What's
What's
up?
going
I,
on?
I I know you personally feel passionate about this subject at hand.
What's up, O?
What's going on? How you? How are you?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Yeah. What You know, when I text you the subject, what made me think about it is that I've heard women, and you may have heard this also, where you take a woman out, you wine and dine her, you're pursuing her and you're dating her and you're doing certain things, and then we as men folks, we're like, okay, we don't want to make that move too soon, but eventually we want to make that move, and we make that move to take it to the next level, beyond just a kissing and hugging, and we go for a little bit of sex or whatever, and then the woman looks at you and go, do you think just because we had dinner and you've been spending money that means I have to have sex with you?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you turn to her and say, okay, so do you think that in order for me to have, let me reverse it on you. So in order for me to have sex with you, I need to do all these things plus, or what is it that you want me to do? Because now what you don't sound like you want a relationship. You sound like you want a business arrangement.
A financier.
Right. That's what it sounds like to me, because you're laying out all these things that you want to see me do. And I'm like, okay, I understand there may be a fine line, but it's like, if you want me to do all these things and then I'm just doing them and I'm just your dinner daddy, to take you to the nice restaurants,
Oops.
then that's not a relationship. Then I'm just a simp. I'm just Andy Gump, the goddamn chump.
Right.
So,
Andy Gump, the goddamn chump. I like that.
you know,
That is
so you know
true.
what I'm saying? So it's been that way for a very, very long time, where we as men folk will wine and dine, buy flowers, do all the niceties and those type of things. Somebody cried about dinner daddy. And dinner,
Everybody on that one.
Everybody
You,
on
you,
it.
you done coined a new phrase.
okay, dinner daddy.
You got them looking for dinner daddies now.
Shout out to the dinner daddies across the world, man.
Yeah.
Man.
And what I would like to ask the women folk is, at what point, I'm not, at what point, do we say, okay, wait a minute, what does it say? She shouldn't entertain you at all if she has no intention of having sex.
That's what I was
Hey,
saying.
and
Right.
the thing is that this is 2021, and let's stop acting like or behaving in a manner when there's the physical attraction, then we
Right.
have a conversation, and then we decide to go out, and then we decide to go out again, and then we know whether we like each other. So we both know eventually we want to have sex, we want to smash. So we know eventually it's going to lead to that. So let's get out of this high school thing and say, hey, okay, look, I'm not saying today, tomorrow, whatever, but this is what I'm leading to. And if you haven't, that's a conversation we should be able to have. So I ain't got to sit there and be no dinner daddy
Right.
taking you out to eat, and continue. Because if that's the case, then what we need to do is we need to set up a business arrangement.
Well, something I heard Kevin Samuel say on the subject is that you're supposed to vet the woman that you're in pursuit of well enough to know that she wants more than just a dinner daddy. And it's funny to me because I've always pursued multiple women at a time, so maybe that's an obstacle for me personally, but there's no real way to read the room or look at the subject and say, oh, she just wants to go out and have fun. She's not interested in anything serious with me. Like, I'm a very sexual person. I'm very outgoing in that way. So I don't mind kicking it. I don't mind having fun. I don't mind shooting the shit. But there there is no me entertaining you if there isn't some type of interest in there sexually. So when we're making plans and we're going out and we're having fun, if there's a boundary for you to where you want to keep this wall up, hell, let's go Dutch on some of these dates. Let's keep
Exactly.
it all the way real. Let's keep it a buck.
See,
You know, why
here's
do I have to
the
finance
thing that
anything if you're actually interested in just having fun and kicking it?
Yeah.
And if you're telling me that your time costs, well, baby, just put a price tag on it so I can pay outright. All of these surcharges is adding up, and I don't like it.
see the
Yeah.
up level professional in here, and they had a similar conversation yesterday. I'm gonna save some of it for our interview that we do though. But like, if a guy asks you to roof Chris, he is intended to have sex with you because he's spending his hard-earned money, a lot of dollars, to take you to roof Chris. If you do not find him sexually attractive, we don't care about the conversation. You're not going to get stimulating conversation. He wants to have a great conversation and end the night with sex or possibly the next day. He wants sex. There is no might, maybe, no, no. He wants sex if he wants to go to Ruth Chris. If you're not interested in him physically like that, or you're not sure, say, I don't want to go to dinner, but how about I meet you for a cup of coffee?
Right.
You could take down, you can minimize the risk. If I'm gonna spend $200-300 plus or more on you, I'm expecting to get sex at some point because men want sex, and we're done apologizing for that. I'm not
You
gonna
know, that's a good
apologize
point,
for
Mo.
being attracted to you and want to have sex with you. That's
That's a
why
good
I
point.
want to spend this money, because eventually I want to chase you and I want to have sex with you. I don't want to I don't care about your conversation is only going to intensify what I already like.
Right. The guys that I feel for are the ones who are dating with the intent to settle down and get married, or want a long term relationship. I swear y'all give good. If,
That's funny.
if if you are someone pursuing a long-term relationship and or even marriage, it's messed up to feel like you have to go out here and spend half of your weekly's wage on a date just for a girl to figure out if she want to text you back or call you back. That is a raw deal, and I feel like the men who are having to go through that are being taken advantage of in the worst way possible.
And
Me, I'm not hard up for no sex. I've never had a hard time getting it. So if I go out with you and I see that it's not going that way, cool. You know what I'm saying? And I make a few chips, I make a few coins. So I'm not so stressed out about the bread like that. But I have went on a date before and seen that they ain't have no intentions after that. Said that was a poor investment. Shall
waste of
not be
time.
making that investment
And
again.
you know what, nephew? When I read that thing about Kevin Samuelson, you need to vet the woman first. But see,
Yeah,
the thing is, the one I agree with him that you need to vet her. But see, you're vetting the woman when you say, "Let's have a cup of coffee. Let's watch Netflix and chill." That's the vetting process.
yeah.
Okay, so that's part of the vetting process for me. I like this. She said, "How soon into the deal is sex happening?" The
Yeah,
thing
that's the
is,
thing. See, like,
you can't put a time on it, because it depends on what the attraction is like.
all right, you
It,
gotta
it
want
can,
it too. Like, if you
yeah,
accept a date, you're accepting the fact that I find you sexually attractive
right.
as well. So both of us want it. Now, I'm a man, I like the chase. I don't mind if that first day we have all this stimulating conversation and you make me want you, and then you go your separate way. And then the next day, or like somewhere it's coming. However, how long the chase takes. But I'm not sitting up here saying like I'll accept the date. I don't know if I like him or not. I'm gonna let him spend 300, and then after the date, I'm going home. I don't really like you like that. Then why'd you come? Because you wanted a meal? And women don't think that we know about what they be doing. I know a lot of girls, and I've always been the other guy. So I know that y'all surf through y'all DMs to buy some heels on the weekend. You save on dinner for the week. You go through your DMs and you get guys to take you out to dinner
Dinner
Tuesday,
daddies.
Wednesday. third, I'm gonna get him to pay for dinner. And if a guy offers to pay for your dinner off the rip and you accept, you're gonna always see him like that. And knowing you don't want to have sex with him, you just gonna save him in your phone as dinner. You're gonna save
And you
him
know what,
as Ruth Chris. That's what you're
Tristan
gonna save him
Draper,
as.
Tristan Draper, I agree. I agree with you. I'm not in the vetting stage. I'm not pushing for sex. I'm vetting the young lady. I agree with you 100%. That's the purpose of the vetting stage. I'm vetting you to decide whether I'm going to take you out to Ocean Prime or Roof Chris or something like that. That's what we're doing the vetting stage for. I mean, quite frankly, I can okay, the up level professional. What if they accept the date to get to know you better? Well, I can tell you before I invite you to go to Roof Chris, we are going to know each other quite well before I invite you to go to Ruth Chris. We're going to know each other very well because before I drop the black card, we're going to know each other very, very well. So that's not just going to be the date, So it's just not going to be like that. I know that's the way I roll. Last night, I met a young lady for dinner. We've known each other a little while. And she was off today. I work, well, hell, I work for me. I don't know. So anyway, so I was like, where you want to go dinner at? She was like, well, I'm off tomorrow. I said, okay, you want to go to Ocean Prime? She was like, yeah, let's go to Ocean Prime. Now, I don't know if you guys know about Ocean Prime.
Yeah.
Okay, so we met at Ocean Prime. I got the snapper. She got the Chilean sea bass. She got a couple.
Oh yeah, she's running it up.
Yeah.
She got a couple. She drank a couple black orchids. He said, well, I need to
look at that. Look at that.
Dinner daddy.
Yeah, she said, yeah, I got to get the black orchids to get right. I was like, okay. After dinner, she came to the condo, and it was already understood when the invitation was accepted. So she,
Right.
It was already understood. So
it's the thing. See, like
so it was no issue. She's a grown woman. I'm a grown man. She knew the deal, and it was like, okay, cool.
I'm just getting tired of this women thinking that a man's money is free. It ain't. I don't care if I got millions of dollars. If I spend $100 on you, it's mine.
On the block,
entitled to that to get to know me. You're not entitled to my $100. I got to get you a $6 cup of coffee.
Yeah, on the block with Jen. Yes, I said black card.
Did somebody say black card?
Yeah, I said black
card. Shout out to that boss lady in the comment in the chat that when we went on our date, it wasn't no plan. We had fun, we had good meal, good drinks, and I ain't even have to hint to it or bring it up. She was like, I'm ready. I said, damn, like that? She said, baby, I'm a grown-ass woman. I knew what I was doing before I came out here. I said, oh, let's go.
Lucky. And then when I'm saying Roof Chris ain't the top restaurant in this city, but it's $200 plus to sit down, and that's my $200. It's not yours.
The reason
if I'm spending on you, it's because we want to have sex with each other at some point. I'm not giving you that.
Let me address Lucky Marie. We mentioned Roof Chris because I'm in Florida, they're in Houston, and Roof Chris is a national restaurant that you're gonna drop at least $200-$300. I could have mentioned a restaurant that's unique to Tampa. They could have, Tampa area, they could have listed a restaurant that's unique to Houston. So we just did that for the sake of comparison.
It's my $200.
So
and to be honest, if you go to Roof Chris and you don't spend $200, you're not having sex with that man anyway. If you don't, ain't no way you getting up out of Roof with y'all split aside. Have a drink a piece.
No. Hell, we ain't even got to talk Roof Chris because them drinks add up. They want $12, $15, $20 a cocktail.
Them steaks $100.
Shit. 4 drinks and you already upwards of $100 before you even eat anything.
And it's mine. It's my $200. It's not yours. I want sex for that.
At
some point, I want sex for that. It ain't got to be tonight, but I want it. at some point if I'm gonna spend it. It's
I
not free.
mean, you got to understand that in certain circumstances, like I'll give you a good example. I'll give you a good example. This happened 3 weekends ago. I know this one young lady, and I was sitting around. It was a Thursday, and I was like, man, I need to go do something different. And I called up. I said, can you meet me at the airport? She was like, why? I said, you want to go to the Bahamas for the weekend? She was like, bet. Now I knew and she knew we going to the Bahamas for the weekend, and she know what's up. So we caught a deal, flew down to the Bahamas for the weekend, and but I've known her for a while. But the thing is that it's that type of mature woman that I've known for a while that I've thoroughly vetted, and she understands, you know. So, and I guess that's what the vetting process is for. But in some situations, if you are, I think women they don't have to, they need to understand where the damn it, why y'all act like we ain't coming out our pocket to look good,
You was
hair,
gonna do that regardless of our date or
makeup,
not.
Man, they not all coming out of pocket to do it. They got a hair guy that they call to get their hair done. They got a dude they call to get their nails done. Then they got a dude they call to go shopping. And
And
they got
that
another
they
dude they
gonna
call to
look like
dinner.
that
Y'all not
regardless of
coming
our
out
date.
of pocket to do that yourself. I
Look,
watch girls wake up in the bed with me and call another guy to get her hair done. I've seen it.
go back to Lucky Marie not having sex for 200.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it ain't
So
about having sex for 200,
the
but it's
the
still
the
my money.
topic the topic tonight is relationship or business arrangement. So we went off on a tangent talking about how much these initial dates cost.
right?
But realistically, throughout the course of a relationship, if the only way that we're going to have value is if it's hurting my pocketbook, that's an issue. There should be more coming in and out of this relationship than me having to pull teeth just to keep a smile on your face.
And and the thing is, I just saw her the $200, and the other young lady talked about I gotta do hair, I gotta do makeup, I gotta do nails, I gotta do clothes, I gotta do lingerie. That's my $300 to $500 and things of that nature. And I'm reading that, and somebody said 200 ain't even enough to get my hair done. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be honest with you all. Is all I'm trying to do is give a man's perspective. I'm just giving you a man's point of view. That's it.
Right.
That's all I'm giving you.
And that's the truth. Shout
That
out
I
that's
to
mean,
Ben for the comment of the night.
that's
Just
all I'm
like
giving you is a man's
listen,
perspective. Now,
even if it was
I'm
Dave
okay.
and Buster's, it's
Yeah,
still my money. And
yeah,
if I'm
I'm okay
investing
if
my
you.
time and money in you,
I'm
at
okay
some
if you
point I
disagree
want
with
sex.
it.
I,
It's
I
like
like Jen's last comment. She went in.
I'm
Let me
okay
see
if
that.
you disagree, if you feel like, hey, I'm not going to do this. Well, that's fine. And then I look at it like, if we are if we are getting together and we've gone through the vetting process, or we're going through the vetting process, then you should be okay with us not going to an upscale restaurant until I'm comfortable enough, if I'm the one that's paying.
Right.
So you should be okay with me not, if you say, hey, let's go, like there's a restaurant here, it's called Armani's. You say, hey, Vic, let's go to Armani's. If I'm not comfortable that we're not at that stage in our relationship, that the expectations I have do not expect what you are willing to do, then I'm gonna be like, no, let's not go to Armani's tonight. Let's go to Seasons.
you
Let's go to
you ain't
Seasons
on our
52.
money's level. We can
Right.
go
Let's go
get
to
this
Seasons
four for four.
52. And the
Let's
thing is,
let's
you
go
have
get
to
this
be,
four for four.
and the thing is, you have to be okay with that, because I'm just saying is that dinner is part of the whole package. But if we, that's just part of the entire package of things that we are doing together. So if we've been in this relationship, then I know I'm like, okay, you know what? We're not ready to go to Armani's because I know what I'm going to expect if I take you to Armani's, and I know you're not ready to do that, so I'm not taking you to Armani's yet.
I
That's it.
mean, my biggest thing is character. We go out, or let's say we haven't even made it to the going out stage yet. We just in the bar chopping it up. This is a chance meeting, and we hitting it off. We laughing, kiki ha ha, and I offer to buy a shot, and I done bought two or three of them. If the next time a mention of spending some money come up and you don't at least offer to grab the next round, you ain't even got the right character for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already understood that I'm willing to invest, and I don't have a problem with investing in the fun that we're having. I want to see some character from you,
Now,
and I done made it to a point to where I can tell if we not hitting it off to the point to where we going home after this. Hey, you want to pay for the tax on this tab, or you want to do the drinks and I do the food? Like I don't have a problem with going that route with you, because it's clear that we are on two different wavelengths. And if
now,
this is just some friendly shit, well, you need to pay like my friends pay.
yeah, and you know what? And that's the thing is that I see a lot of, like, April has a really good question. This is why people need to have conversations before going out on dates. I agree with you 100%. But see, the date, we're talking about one event out of a totality of people talking and things that happened prior to them going on a date. So we're not just talking. We're talking now about one event, but we're not saying that just because I invite you to dinner, then we're going to do this. We're talking about things that have happened in a totality. And now we're talking about, hey, we're going out on a date to an exclusive type of restaurant because, let's face it, we're trying to impress you
Exactly.
and say that you are worth this type of restaurant as a culmination of our relationship, that we're now at this point. We're not saying date one, take her here, go home and smash. That's not what we're saying. We're talking about it's a culmination of everything. Chivalry. Now, see, the thing is, don't confuse chivalry with being a simp. Two different things. Okay, I'm as chivalrous as it get, but I'm not going. If we've had this thing that culminates, we've done a concert. I may have cooked you a meal. We may have gone through all these different things, and then I feel like it's time for our relationship to go to a different level. And I think she said it. She said it really good. First of all, let me tell something real quick. I ain't nobody nigga. Somebody just put that. I'm nobody's nigga. Don't ever call me a nigga. Okay. I'm
Mm.
a 57-year-old grown ass man on a multi-million-dollar business. I am nobody's nigga. Okay. Don't ever call me a nigga. No one's nigga. Okay. So we gonna set that straight right now. Ever call me that? I don't care if you're black, white, purple, orange. Not your nigga.
Man, the thing about this, when girls is in here commenting, so I'm gonna just pay my half and pay. We're not taking you out. We taking you out to impress you. We're taking you out not for you to pay yourself, not for you
Yeah.
to. This ain't what this is. I'm trying to impress the woman that I want. I'm gonna take her someone to impress you. But if I'm spending my money, just know I'm a simple creature. I would like some sex at some point. That's why I'm doing it. And if you don't find me sexually attractive, decline the date. Don't
Well,
spend my
I
money.
think the topic is coming off as, hey, I want to buy you some food, give me some sex.
Sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
I,
not
I,
it.
I think that's the way it's being comprehended,
But that's
No.
and
not it.
it's more realistic that too many times we've invested in these things where the other person didn't have any intention on being physical or investing in us relationship wise at all. They enjoyed their dinner. They want to go home and holler at the next dude on social media or wherever he at that they have their real interest in. Meanwhile, we're left to go out here and find somebody else to try and pursue and take on another date, invest this money again in food and dinner, and to repeat this cycle possibly for the next 100 times this year. And that's of no value to any man.
See, that's why I was saying is that we're talking about a date, but we're talking about the culmination of getting to the point for this particular date. We're talking about having been in a relationship or things of that nature. If I am going on a first date with a woman and she says, "Hey, how about Armani's?" and we just been talking a little bit here and there, I'm pretty much going to say, "No, let's not go to Armani's. Let's go to Seasons 52, which is a cool place. It's not a, you know, it's not a bad place. But as we get to know each other, and then we get to develop our relationship, but I'm not going to be that simp that's going to be like, hey, let's go out to eat. And then next Friday, hey, you want to go out to eat again? Because those are people like that. Hey, you want to go out to eat again? Hey, let's go to this concert. And it's like, wait a minute. Why, when you be with me, it's involved, it's wrapped around me going into my pocket. That's my point. And it's like, no. So I'm not saying, like Chad said, I'm not saying, hey, I spend $200, this is what I get. If I get spend $300, this is what I get. If I spend $400, this is what I get. I spend, no, it's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about a culmination of a relationship where you get to the point. And I think everybody knows, I would assume, well, I'm not going to assume, well, that what we're talking about, but we're talking about when you have said, okay, we've been together for a minute, we're doing these certain things, and then we go to this really nice exclusive restaurant and say, okay, let's, there are expectations. And somebody said earlier that, yeah, people need to talk, but, that's cool.
See, I think people, especially women, they may not admit it, but a woman when she first see a guy, she knows like, man, I'd have sex with him. But it ain't till like he open his mouth that he fuck it up. Like all he gotta do is not fuck it up, and I give him some. They know this. The
Right.
date that I'm spending my money on is to intensify this desire that we both have. We already know that we like each other physically. We're going on this date to intensify this desire that we already have and actually get what we both want out of this situation. Because on that date, if somebody ran into that restaurant with a gun, you expect me to protect you. You
And you
expect
know
me
what?
to dive in front of that gun and dismantle the guy. If the car, you expect me not to crash the car and kill you. You expect me to protect you. Well, in return for my protection and my money, I would like some sex at some point.
It could
And I
be a
think we
date.
both want this. We
And you
both
know what?
want this.
It could be a date. It could be a phone bill. It could be an electric bill. It could be rent. It could be car note.
Right.
It could be any form of payment to help you out. Okay, so it don't necessarily have to be a date. It could be anything to say, okay, we're trying to do something. I'm trying to, and I don't mind helping you out. And it just gets to the point where you're like saying, okay, you want
Now,
me to pay, you want me to give you something, and then that's when normally a guy is hit with, oh, because you do this, you expect me to do that. So it's like, so you're telling me I should just do this out of the kindness of my heart. Basically, what you're saying, I should pay your rent out of the kindness of my heart. I
right.
should pay your electric bill out of the kindness of my heart. I should pay your phone bill out of the kindness of my heart. I should pay whatever financial obligation you have out of the kindness of my
That's some
heart.
nice guy.
Right.
That's basically what you were saying. So
Mr. Do Good.
let's get away from dinner. So it should be some. So I, out of the kindness of a man's heart, he should do these things. Now, cool. Now, if a guy wants to do that, that's fine, and I'm okay with any guy who wants to do that. I'm just not that guy.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, the whole deal is that these expectations get slipped in oh so subtly, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you have a new bill. And while
Yeah.
you're taking care of this new bill, you're starting to see less and less value in this situation and in this relationship. And now you're confused as to if you are even interested in and or attracted to this new bill. Nobody wants to take on a new expense just for the hell of it. Like that's not going to be attractive to anybody. So the topic tonight is relationship or
Or
business
business arrangement.
arrangement. And you can ask any well-to-do, rich, successful man, hey, would you rather court a woman for thousands of dollars
Mm-hmm.
or her put an outright price on the snatch and you pay that fee and go straight to the target? They all gonna want to pay that fee and go straight to the target. Nobody cares to court you for this ambiguous amount of time, this ambiguous number, and someday hopefully you'll find it in your heart to make it worth my time, make it worth my money.
Yeah, there. I don't know about you all, but I'm old as dirt. I have had, um, those type of relationship where friends with benefits relationship. Now I don't know, if I'm the only ones that's ever had a friends with benefit relationship, but yeah, I've had friends with benefit relationship before, and actually, to be honest with you, those were the most peaceful, less complicated relationship that I've ever had. It was. They were the most peaceful, and they
Make
were.
it legal,
I
baby,
mean,
legalize.
there was no, there weren't any expectations beyond what we had agreed to. That's it. You know,
uh oh
period.
Yeah,
you remember Bree?
yeah.
Back in the gap, we was like, I'd say about 22, 23. You know what I'm saying? She would she used to use that best friend card to death. Oh, you my best friend. I love kicking it with you. I love hanging out with you.
Mm.
And I love hanging out with her too. But soon as my phone ring and I see her name, all I can see is dollar signs flying out the window. She gonna wanna smoke. That's finna cost X amount of dollars. She gonna wanna eat. That's gonna cost X amount of dollars. I gotta pick her up, drop her off. That's gas money. Only thing I'm thinking about when I'm with Bree is how much is this finna cost me? This is my friend. This my homegirl through and through. But you know what? I'm finna start ignoring your damn call from time to time because it's too expensive for the reward. The reward is smiling and laughing with you. But I was smiling and laughing for your ass call.
For free.
I was having a damn good time before you called.
I just act
Now,
like
now
men's
you done
money is
called
free.
me, and now you done called me, and now there's a new expenditure of $200-300 finna be spent. And you know what? I don't like it. I
And
don't
you're
like it. I
right.
don't like it.
Our
And
money
like
is
I
not
told you,
free. It's not
and,
free. We work
and,
for
and
it. I don't care if I got millions. It's mine.
and like I told you, I took her virginity out over the course of this 15, 16 years of me knowing her. We didn't only fooled around 4 or 5 times. So it's not like you pulling your weight in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying?
That bill is in collections.
And
That bill is in collections. It's too many years and too much money to
look,
be
look,
spent.
up level said, why is Bree your friend? Look, I mean, we was into the same things, but I happened to notice that this was an expensive damn friend. And you know what? It got old real quick.
Well, you know, I've always I see the up level professional saying I've always said love is not complex. People are.
Right.
I've always said that.
Go make
And
hot dogs and get a pack of chips.
if you know if you could if two people could
Smoke daddy.
Come
you
on
know
stage, up level. Come on the
you
stage.
know
It's at the top.
if you could ever two people could ever sit down and have an honest conversation about what they really feel and what they at the moment and feel about each other or about the where they're at in a relationship, that would be great. You know, that would just be wonderful. You know, that if people could actually do that and say, hey,
Say use a smoke daddy. That is funny. That
yeah,
is funny. The
you
weed
know,
ain't free either. It's
so
not free.
and see the thing is, I don't have a problem with spending money. I don't have a problem with taking someone out, but there's a limit to everything. Oh, by the way, my niece is actually on the comments. Hey, Marquita. That's Chad's
Okay.
sister. That's Chad's sister, Marquita.
Right here.
Yeah, that's Chad's sister.
Oh yeah, she been in the comments. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
know.
Chad's sister.
Good
I'm
for
actually proud of her because she ain't cursed or nothing yet, so that's really good.
her.
So, um,
Man. But they called her smoke daddy. Say Bree, you smoke daddy. You the smoke daddy.
Man, they ain't lying either. She used to tear my pockets up.
And I
And
met
like
her. I
we
met Bree
smoked,
was over here
well,
like too
back
long
then I
ago.
don't even smoke no more. But hell, we would go through a 14. You already know what that's finna hit you. A
Right.
14 every day, you spending $200-300.
Come in here looking like that. She got on the painted on pants and everything, putting it
Oh,
in
and
place.
yeah, you seen how thick
Come
she
on, man.
was.
She
She
put it
gumbo
on.
thick.
And
She
it
gumbo
just
thick.
it blows my mind. Like we don't have sometimes we don't have no problems being a gentleman and paying for things and having a good time when you with us. But it blows my mind that you want to make me feel guilty for wanting to have sex. Like that blows my mind that we're not supposed to want that. We didn't say you got to do it right now, but how do you not understand that men want sex? Is that really a news flash?
it shouldn't be.
I'm not apologizing for wanting to sleep with you. You can decline my
Yeah,
date. That's fine. Say you don't want to do it, you're not interested. Cool. But don't say yes and have me spend hundreds and thousands of dollars in getting to spend know you, and then you turn around and make me feel stupid for wanting to have sex with you. Not happening. Me and the up level professional, we got an interview tomorrow. We're gonna do, I think. Is tomorrow the day before Christmas?
that's Thursday.
Oh, Thursday then. I know
I
we're
mean,
gonna do it.
Friday. Friday is the day before Christmas.
We're gonna do it the night before Christmas. I don't never know what day it is. All my days are the same. Uh, but yeah, we got something scheduled, and I can't wait because she's on that other side of not understanding the male's point of view or perspective, and it's not a harsh one, but it just when we say something, they hear something else. Like she heard that we want. It's like, how you doing? Here's some food. Give me sex. And that's not what we're saying. There's definitely an understanding when you meet somebody that you are attracted to them in a certain way. And if we go proceed in any type of relationship, there's something you want and there's something I want. They're not always the same. Sometimes they can be mutually exclusive, but there is a trade. There's always a trade. It isn't a one-sided deal. Give me all your shit, and I'm gonna decide if I like you or not later.
I mean, that's my biggest issue with the dating climate right now is you want me to invest in you figuring out if you want to text or call me again. We can do a couple FaceTimes for that. That should be free.
It's Starbucks. Word of the
that,
day is
that
Starbucks.
hell, Starbucks is
Even
you
that
gonna
ain't
spend
cheap,
you finna spend 20 at Starbucks, hell,
man.
just for a
And
beverage.
it's my $20. It's mine. It's
Yeah,
not yours.
let
You're
me
not
let me ask
entitled
you,
to my 20.
let me pose a question to the ladies out there. Are you okay if, let's say, if you agree to go on a date with the guy, and let's say you want to go to an exclusive place? Would you be okay if the guy said, "Okay, we can go, but can we go Dutch?" What would you say about that?
You
You
already know they're gonna have a fit.
if
It's
a
a
guy said,
date.
"Okay, yeah, I'm cool, I want to go, but can we go Dutch?" Is that okay for a guy to do, or is that guy automatically eliminated because he didn't want to pay X amount? And if he tells you and he says, um, the reason I don't want to go here is that I don't think we're that far along in our relationships where I'm willing to pay this amount of money to take you to dinner. Would you be upset?
I watch so many women get on these platforms and say, I went out to dinner with this guy, and when it was time to pay, he asked for two checks. And immediately they go to a narrative where they dry all the way up instantly. I dry all the way up. I think Jen said it the other night. Uh,
Hmm.
she said it the other night when she was in a relationship with a guy. Anytime she went in her purse, she got dry. Anytime she reached in her bag, she dried up.
And that implies if he paid, she was gonna be wet.
So Marquita said he a tired ass. I think
She,
somebody said
she
no.
meant to say tight.
Oh, tight ass. I thought she said tired ass. Okay. But even the Dutch guys expect something. Well, I'm just saying it's okay to go there, but he probably eliminated because his ass. Marquita, are you saying tired ass or tight ass? Well, either way, it don't matter.
Yeah,
Ain't no
yeah, she
compliment
meant to
either
say
way.
tight.
Ain't no compliment. Ain't no compliment either way. Um,
And see Terry she telling the truth. Y'all know y'all want to have sex too. Women know as soon as they see a guy, I'd fuck him. Y'all say this into your girlfriend or in your head, but you want some type of pursuit first, and I get that. You deserve to be chased. I'll
I
chase
mean,
you.
the chase is
That's the fun part for
in
me.
our natural chemistry.
I love the
That's
chase.
animalistic.
I love it.
Yeah. I
That's my
mean,
favorite
if
part.
there ain't no chase, I assume you got something. You trying you trying to give me something. It better be some chase.
Yeah,
Don't just drop it in my lap.
I embrace the chase. I love the chase, but just
Don't just
know
drop it
I'm
in
gonna
my
catch
lap. Shit, I'm
you. But
sending you to the clinic.
I'm trying to catch you though.
you know,
The pursuit is the foreplay. It's true. That's what does it for me. The intensity of me wanting you, like I yearn for that, and you give it back to me in a way that makes me want you even more. I love that, but eventually you got to get caught. We got to see if this makes sense on both sides.
so let me ask. Here's another question. I'm gonna throw out there is we want to have sex, but y'all mess it up. Come on, Key. Two checks don't bother me if we are not in a relationship. All right, Miss.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, she could say that, but it's not
You
true.
saying that, but that ain't true.
You're
But
not.
no, that
Women
may be
aren't.
true. You know what? I don't know. That makes true. I don't know the young ladies, so I don't want to say it's not true because she just she may be different. But my thing is that when there's if we go to dinner and or whatever the case may be, I know we keep kind of going back to dinner, but if there's some type of financial, like for example, if a guy were to ask a woman, hey, I'm short this month. Can you help me out with my cell phone bill?
Ooh,
I think a woman will automatically DX him.
she done.
He done. But if a woman asks a man, then it's like, okay, that's some women will call that chivalry. And I'm like, I don't know if that's chivalry. Because I've asked one before, how did you pay your cell bill?
Look at that coming. Ask for two checks if you want to. And I'm gonna do like Rick Ross.
Okay, see that's kind of
He
my point.
go.
So,
He on 85 with the gas
I
pedal open.
mean, so Tristan
Oh
says
yeah.
something that's very real. His dad taught him that the person who invites pays. Now that's normal standard etiquette for that's just gentleman etiquette. That's the way things are supposed to be done. When they came up with this suit and tie thing, when they came up with being a boss and moving like the boss, that is what it's all about. But the climate has changed a little bit in that the average guy is out here pursuing something with a woman, and they find themselves going through this woman and that woman trying to find their someone. And in that attempt to find their someone, most people ain't rich. Most people ain't making six figures. So it's hurting that pocketbook to always have to invest in a potential callback, to invest in a potential text back. No one wants to pay hundreds of dollars for you to know if you are going to text or call me back.
Miss Creative, I bet you $1 to it on that you said if we ain't in a relationship close to marriage, don't ask me for shit. But I bet you that is well established before anything. I bet you've already well established that. So if a guy decides to do that anyway, then he already knows because you've already set that ground rule. But what I'm telling you is that the norm is that doesn't happen. The norm is that a woman doesn't set that ground rule for a dude, and she allows him to continue to think that it's something different. But I compliment and I congratulate you, to saying that hey,
Right.
that you said, bruh, that you set
Yeah.
that rule, to say, hey, if we're not at this point here, don't expect nothing from me because I'm not giving you nothing. That's
I,
cool.
I like Terry.
I
Terry
love
got
Terry Terry.
character.
I
Ain't
love
nothing
Terry
wrong with
got
that.
character.
on the date if when I pay the bill, I love it when a woman say, "I'll leave the tip." Man, I want to keep
Some
it going
character.
now.
Some character. Just a little
Man,
show of faith. You ain't got to do too
just I'll
much.
leave the tip.
When we get
Let me get the tip.
outside, take care of the valet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little show of character.
I've had one when I took her to a dinner. We went to Perry's one night, and then when we went to the club after, she went and bought the bottle. She said, "Put your card up. I'm gonna buy the bottle," and she bought the bottle at the club. Man, do you know how great the sex was that night?
Yeah.
On
say
the
say
block,
say you pulled out the extra inches.
on the
Man,
on the
you
on the
you pulled
block.
out the reserve inches for
Hey,
that.
right.
hey, check this out. On the block with Jen, you said Hawaii. I live in Florida, so it's cheaper for me. Can we substitute Bahamas for Hawaii or either Turks and Caicos?
Yeah,
Well, let-
King here. We can't be talking to Jen like that. King here. He got
No, no,
everybody.
no, 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 no. You can talk to Jen can do what she wants. Jen got
Ah,
listen.
no, I'm
Me
just
and Jen
saying
don't.
she. I'm just saying she.
We don't
She
got
ain't
me
that,
and
so
Jen don't
I,
got
I
nothing.
mean, I ain't trying to disrespect nobody. She asked, so I was like,
No,
if
no,
we
no.
can substitute.
Me and Jen don't have anything going on. Like she got a whole man and everything. I don't even look at Jen like that.
Christ is fresh in the building.
Yeah.
Okay, Turks and Caicos. They got some good conch in Turks and Caicos. The best you
They
ever
do. They
had.
do. They do have some
That
good
conch in
content over
Turks
there.
and Caicos is straight fire.
You do got some good content in Turkey Cake. He's not lying. This man's a
Yeah,
well-traveled man.
this is how you get the second date. You leave a tip. Yeah, I can't. I'm ready to when we going out again.
Man, I mean, I just need a little bit of character. I don't want too much. Just show me a little bit.
So let me.
Buy a
So
round of drinks, or at least offer. If you offer, I might not even call you bluff. You know what I'm saying? But at least offer. Let me know you got some type of character.
And you know what, Terry? I agree with you that it's more than dinner, and that's why I continue to say that we're talking about something that's a culmination of that we're just talking about. This dinner is a culmination of building up to something that's part of a relationship. You know, and
This the
that's it.
topic,
But
King.
and you know what? And see the one thing that I know some people may disagree on, and Chad kind of brought it up a little bit earlier, is I know for me, I am talking about bills. I am poor. I buy you a meal, hot dogs, or dessert. Okay. But I just know for me, at the point I am at in life, if all you want is a business arrangement, then step to me like you want a business arrangement.
You hear me?
That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying. If that's what you
let's
want,
get rid of these hidden fees
yeah,
and surcharges.
you don't have to act like you like me. You ain't
See?
gotta act like none of that. But if that's what you want is a business arrangement, let's say that's what I want.
Just say she don't got a whole. She got a half. She don't got a whole one.
You know, if
Got
that's
a
what you
half.
want, then say it. But don't pretend that it's something else. And the thing is that I want to
Put the subject line up for Daryl.
Can I ask you a question though? A real question. Why do people find Jen attractive when Jen acts like a guy?
I don't know what she looked like. So
Oh, you don't know what she look like? Well, she's
I'm
gorgeous.
just
She's gorgeous,
just
but
talking.
she's a lot
That's
to
her right
handle.
there in her
Like
thumbnail.
she's a lot to handle.
It's small. Chad, I can't, I'm blind.
Yeah, I was finna say Unc gonna have to put on his bifocals.
I
For
got
that.
to put on I got to put the other glasses on.
Jen
And
would
plus,
Jen would
and
Jen would Jen would Jen would tell you if I was a guy, I wouldn't deal with me. She would tell you that.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm a strong-willed man. So
Mm,
somebody with a little bit of character and sass, that ain't nothing but a little bit of attraction. You know what I'm saying? Like me and O
mm.
was talking about earlier, we enjoy the chase. The chase is fun. You know, that's what it's all about.
That's the most
So
exciting part to me.
yeah, and you know what? It always has been. And I just prefer honesty. I just prefer honesty, and that's straight. That's just straight talk. So you
look,
know,
I'm gonna propose the opposite to y'all, the reverse. So I had a scenario one time where I was going through something. I was in between cribs, and this chick let me stay at her place. So I felt like we hadn't had the right kind of conversations for me to pursue her sexually. Like I needed to respect her boundaries and not bother her in that way.
Mm-hmm.
That night I get there, I lay next to her. She's next to me, and I ain't touch her. I was trying to be a gentleman. I was trying to do something different.
you didn't learn
That's
that
in
from
my
your.
character.
Hey,
I,
you
I
didn't learn that
always
from
go
your.
for the
Learn
kill.
that from me.
I always go for the kill. And
Mm.
for whatever reason, someone was telling me not to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I laid on the edge of the bed like there was a newborn baby behind me. I didn't want to roll over on and kill. And when I tell y'all, I never heard from this woman again. She never messaged me again. She never
Mm-hmm.
answered my call again. She never
Mm-hmm.
talked to me again. And I was like, damn, was it? I was supposed to dig in them drawers.
She wants you to take her down.
I was supposed to dig.
Murder.
And that blew my mind. My mind has been blown since that happened to me. And you know what? I'm shooting my shot from here on out. Kobe.
Hey nephew, Steph Curry, baby, from downtown.
Man, R.I.P. Kobe, baby. I'm going for it. I'm jumping over a car.
Mamba style, huh?
Man, I was supposed to dig, and I ain't dig in it, and I never heard from her again. And matter of fact, I didn't even see her out in public since then, and she'll give me the hey.
Jen is loving the wordplay today. Dig. We got one for you. Came up for King
Which
coin
one?
one called Dinner Daddies.
Dinner Daddy. Shout out
Dinner
to the
Daddy.
dinner daddies across
That's
the world.
fire. I like that. I'm a dinner daddy.
You know what's what's really ironic that we've heard here tonight, that we've seen tonight, is that it's not okay for men to have an expectation of pussy if they take you to dinner. But if you say, okay, if we say no, okay, so it's not okay for us to have that, but if you ask them to pay half, that ain't okay either. So you can't have it both ways. Okay, so if you're telling a man, if we're going to go to some exclusive restaurant and drop $400-500, you should not have the expectation of pussy. And then in turn, if I say let's go half or let's go Dutch, that's not right either. So you can't have it both ways. I just think that's just I don't
Can I give some pushback?
Yeah, please.
Because you seem like you date the finest of the fine. You seem like you only deal with a certain type of woman on a certain type of echelon, right, or level. So the woman that you date, right, or that have the honor to go out with you, they look a certain way, and that upkeep, that maintenance is not cheap. So do they get a pass because for paying for their own date or going half because you know they got themselves together just to be out with you, and that costs money?
Well, that
you're not sponsoring yet. You feel me? You didn't sponsor that yet. But
that's a good question.
They got themselves together just for you. So should they even think about paying for a date or going half? Because they shoes is good, the dress is good, makeup, the smell goods, the hair, nails done, everything done for you.
Well, let me ask you a question. So are you saying they've done all that? We roll out to like I said, Armani's one of these places here. I drop half a G on dinner.
Right.
So do I have the right to smash at the end of the night? That's
you have the right.
I mean, but my saying is that you said she dropped this money because she want to look good for me.
Yes.
But she can't play half because she just not at that financial status yet, right?
No, I didn't say that. She has the money to pay for her own stuff, but the money that she could have went to go half, she spent it on looking good for you that night, right? So
that's what Jen said earlier. She said because the guy's talking about spending $200-300 on dinner, but she got to put nails, hair, shoes, all this stuff. But I figured just like they got dinner daddies, they got hair daddies, smoke daddies, nail daddies.
Well, you know what? I want to give you a very honest answer to that question, and my answer is women that are in that financial category, those are business arrangement women. The women that I go out with like that, they can afford to do that. Okay. They can afford to keep themselves up, and I don't have to contribute to that. And that's just the honest to God truth. If you can't afford to keep yourself, if I have to contribute or some way, or say I have to withhold what I'm going to get because you can't afford that, then you're in the business arrangement category. I'm not going to go out. And I'm going to be real. Just like some women talk about men with money, I can afford to say, no, I'm not going to go out with you. Because if you're not at least close to my socioeconomic status as a woman, it generally doesn't work very well.
Let me ask you another question. So you don't believe, because some women call men that they have to help called build-a-bears. Do you three men, gentlemen, do you believe in having women that are build-a-bears? You build them up to the woman that you want them to be financially or aesthetically. Do you do that?
No, I'm 57 years old. I'm too old. I ain't got much time left on earth. I done already lived longer than I have left to live. I don't have time to build nobody up. I mean, I'll help. The thing, you understand what I'm saying? Mine is a matter of experience and age. So I kind of know where to zero in at and what to look for. But I'm just being honest. I'm 57 years old. So I know the type of woman to look for. So yeah, if there's some leveling off, but it's only a certain amount of leveling off, yeah, I'm cool. I'm good with that. But if you're talking about from, hey, I need to start from ground zero, no, it ain't gonna work.
Well, I think majority of the women that I've dealt with, I'm like, for lack of a better word, the first leader that they've had in their life. So this is their first time being introduced to the gym. This is their first time having someone introduce them to a more comfortable financial predicament. So building people up is more or less what I do. That's a part of the arrangement of dealing with me and being with me. That's what comes with it. But the women that I've had the pleasure of being around that were quote unquote doing better than me, hell, they still expect you to pull your weight and hold your own as if y'all are equal, or you're the one that's up. So there's an overall expectation, I think, for women to feel that there is a certain amount of security that comes with dealing with you and being with you, and without that, there's a lack of interest in even pursuing anything with you. And that's why majority of the women in these comments are like, damn, you want something for the dinner, you supposed to pay for dinner anyways, you're supposed to do this anyways. Like, that's to them is the lowest part of the totem pole. That goes without saying for them.
And the thing is, let me address a couple of things. My niece asked me, and she didn't gave out my real name, so I'm gonna beat her up. But she said, "But you alone, so what are you saying?" I'm not married, but I'm not alone. I wasn't alone last night, and I'm single by choice because that's I actually I like being single, so I'm not, I'm cool with that. And then Miss Creative made a very okay. Miss, open up with your question. Um, I meet a lot of women with diverse mindset, but that would be cool. Miss Creative says usually after a certain age, most women can afford the upkeep, and that is very true. And the thing is that if by now at my age, if I don't know what I like, what I don't like, and what I know I can tolerate or not tolerate, then I'm a fool if I don't know that by now. But I do know that. So it's just like when he asked me that question about building someone up. I know at this point in my life that's not going to happen. So it makes no sense if a woman steps to me like that or whatever, and for me to go any place and just to tell her from the beginning, the only place that you can be involved in my life from any type of standpoint is a business arrangement. That's
um
the
i
maximum.
I love Jen's last comment. Can we be honest? Wait, it scrolled up. Can we be honest? Just a question. Some dudes can hit without an invite anywhere. Some gotta spend dough, so why be mad at the lane you're in? Pay for the steak, wait and shush if you're the latter. So the subject is relationship or business arrangement. So the topic at hand is about navigating the waters of understanding whether it's a relationship or a business arrangement, and how do you go about such a thing. Do we go into it treating everybody like a business arrangement until we see otherwise? Do we approach the situation like it's advertised, like you want a relationship, and move as if it's a relationship until the relationship activities aren't being reciprocated? So that's going to be the difference there. But overall, I think it's just very important to be comfortable with what you bring to the table as a man and understand your strengths and weaknesses. I can hit a lot of girls without
Right.
ever going on a date or doing any of that. But there's there's an idea in my mind that I don't like the idea of investing in a date after date after date after date after date, whether it's with the same girl or a new girl, just to pique the interest, just to get return phone calls, just to get texts back. That doesn't feel good for anybody. And I think that's what's being overlooked from the man folk in this conversation.
Uncut with Daryl, pull this comment up. Come in with the same approach and let them figure out if they can be led. That's a pretty solid. He said, come in with the same approach and let them figure out if they can be led by you. And if your former leadership is something she can live with happily and securely. That's a damn good feedback. That's straight fire.
Yeah.
On the block with Jen, she's turning into my favorite person tonight. I mean, I see.
Everybody love Jen, man.
I mean,
Like,
Jen is a celebrity.
she might as well go on and open up the poly floodgates, because everybody wants something with Jen. She might as well go on and, you know what I'm saying. Everybody want to be on your regimen, Jen. We trying to sign up. Where's the sign in sheet? I need Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays
Yeah, Daryl is a solid.
and 5 to 9 on Fridays.
But
Yeah, I can have the rest.
You know what, Daryl? I love your comment, and quite often I hear people use the term, "Well, I'm just telling you the truth." What the way I tell people is, I said a stop sign has 5 sides. Well, 8. I'm sorry, 8. And
yeah, don't. Yeah.
Too much. 8 side. It's red and it has 4 letters on it that says STOP. That's the truth. Someone may say to me, Victor, you're rude. Well, is that the truth or is that your opinion? Another person may say to me, you're candid. Okay. So quite often, a lot of time when people say tell the truth, well, I don't know if that's really that's the truth the way you see it. Mm-hmm. And the way I see it, it's your opinion. Mm. And someone, and if I'm the most of the women that I deal with most of the time from a relationship standpoint, critical, they're at a point in their life, at least from a wisdom and maturity standpoint, that the conversations are extremely open and honest. I mean, extremely. Where I had, she's an attorney, and she told me straight up. She said, I have no intention. The triangle didn't work for Shaq in Orlando, but when he tried it with Phil and Kobe, shit got real. Leadership's out, happiness and security matters. Good point. Man, you sound like a former soldier. Okay. And, well, I'm retired military. That's why I said that. It is, she told me one time, she said, you know what? Because of the nature of the type of law that she litigates, labor law, and for different unions, she said, I'm traveling all over the place. And she said, I really like you. We cool and we can establish something. She said, but you know what I can't promise you? I can't promise you that if I'm in New York for a couple months, that I would get with somebody, and I don't want to be feeling guilty, if I decide that I'm going to have sex with this dude. So right now, the most that me and you can have, sometimes I come in town, we might go to dinner, we might have sex, whatever, but we ain't in no relationship. We not like this. So I'm just telling you, I'm just being honest with you right now. And so if you can handle that, knowing that I might be away somewhere, and I'm not, but I also know that you may be doing this, but I'm cool with that. Those are the level of women that I deal with, because they've reached a point where they're just being honest with themselves.
We got to give them something for that.
Jen talking about she go get a poly thing and try, and somebody go get stabbed because she's greedy and don't share. So I feel like that's gonna happen on one of O days, because I think O won't like Mondays or Sundays or something. I wasn't paying attention to his schedule. I was just paying attention to my sign in
Tuesday and Thursday.
And, So that sounds like the perfect day to stab somebody, Jen.
Oh, and for I'll just hold this up to the camera, nephew.
Yeah,
Can you see it?
I think you go get us banned, eh?
No, it's a medical. It's no, bro. That's why I'm showing it to the camera. Medical
Okay.
marijuana.
That's
Medical
medical.
marijuana card. So it's straight up prescription, baby.
Yeah, you won't get in trouble for that.
Bonbon say polyamory is underrated convenience. Speak on it, baby girl. Speak on
Who's that? Who's that?
it. Oh, that's somewhat.
Oh, that's something. That's somewhat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tell someone I said what up.
her
Bonbon.
avatar got a guy in it.
Who?
Huh?
Her avatar got a man in it.
I told you the man who run her house is like 5 years old.
Yo, tell someone what I said.
And
Tell someone with the cam up.
you know another,
Bonbon, pull that cam up.
and you know another thing that is kind of what I never quite understood is, at least my understanding, the show is somewhat about here's a man's perspective, or at least 3 men or 2 men or 4 man perspective on X, Y, and Z. And it's okay if a lady says, you're full of you're full of shit, or you whatever the case may be. That's
Why you
fine.
go censor it, then use it?
Okay. but the thing is, it's our perspective. And I've never quite understood how,
She coming up.
I never quite,
She coming up.
Yeah, she gonna refill a wine glass.
okay.
Nah,
I,
she know
Here
what's
she
up.
go,
I
real
told
alcoholic.
she know what's up. When I summon her, she know what to do.
Hey, speak on it, Kangaling.
You the first one to ever call. I'm sure she never heard she was somewhat anything until you
She say,
said,
I gotta come see about that.
and
Yeah,
it probably
nah,
turned her on more though.
Man, she
nah,
like, I gotta come check that.
nah, I don't like her like that. But it's a
I
certain
don't
type
like
of
her like
energy.
that.
She
I
ain't
don't
gonna
like her
like
like
that one
that.
either.
She ain't my type like that. But it's a certain type of energy that I like about her, right? And I just want to express that today because she we're gonna establish what we doing right now, business or relationship. Because
This
I
Christ
feel
is
like
fresh.
where's her
Fresh
picture
in
at?
the building.
Christ is
Well, what's
fresh.
up? Christ is fresh. What's up?
Hold on, y'all. Let me get my mic and shit set up.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Use your earpiece or whatever you got. You good?
Oh, shit. Come on. I got me looking rough than a bitch. I had a long day. Oh, I just closed on this space though.
Yeah. What you still in the hospital? What you doing now?
Nah. You know, I said fuck the poke. So shit,
Mm.
I'm on my entrepreneur shit right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been on my Amazon Flex Instacart, but I got the cologne, the perfume, the hand sanitizer, and all that. So we just end up locking in this space, and I just got went and bought the Graph Tech, the embroidery machine. So I'm about to get the t-shirts and all that stuff popping, the merch popping. You know, we got a few artists up here going on tour in February, so I'm about to do all their merch and shit like that. Just
Shout
turn it
out to
up a notch.
Christ is Fresh, man. Black entrepreneur, man, making it happen from the ground up,
Uh,
baby.
Indeed.
the price is the
Shout out to
price.
him.
R&B
Mhm.
God.
what does that t-shirt
I'm
say?
telling you. The price is the
What the
price.
church
Black
say?
owned business.
Where can I order one of those t-shirts?
Man, I'm like I said, I just got the space, so she gave me about a couple weeks, and we're gonna definitely have the website and all that up and running, man. Like we literally just locked in the space today.
I gotta wait a couple weeks, man.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, like so I get up and
Well,
running, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit, I just took everything down so I could move it out and get it up in the
okay.
office tomorrow, so
Well,
we'll be up and running by January 1st.
all right. Let my nephew know. Hef, my
That's
Yeah,
nephew.
what's up.
Let my nephew know, and I'll.
Okay. Are you out there? That's what's up. That's my
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Yeah, my dog.
R&B God.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
let him know. Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
Perfect
so
time to pay the bills
Christ,
right quick.
the hey, pay
Paying
the
the
bill,
bills.
Hey,
pay the
Teach you
bill.
how to think, not what to say. We're gonna pay the bills. All right.
Yo, do me a favor. Can everybody do me a favor though? Everybody doing to all the people that's hearing it now or hearing it later. There's 150 subscribers thus far. I need everybody to go and get another one, so we have 300. All right. If you nice,
Need that.
you probably do two more, so we have 450. That's how we do it. So everybody's responsible to
Come
bring
on.
another person to his page. That's it. That's how you double up. Let's double up. Let's double up. Let's double up, please.
Make it
Everybody just bring a
happen,
friend.
Captain.
Hey,
That's it.
oh,
Yeah.
can you put that logo up there again? I'm gonna ask my man what kind of T-shirt he could do with that,
Okay.
if you don't mind,
Yeah.
please.
No, you can do what you want to over here.
All right, you see that, man, Mr. T-shirt man? I'm sorry, I forgot
Mr.
your name.
T.
I apologize. My
Call him,
humble apologies.
call him Mr. T.
It's a good crisis. I go by crisis.
I forgot your name. My humble apology. Blame it on my head, not my heart.
Yeah, I can definitely do that though. I can either do that
Okay.
in either with vinyl. Or I could do it with like a screen transfer where it'll have the square around it, like the you know what I'm saying. But I could definitely do it. You just got to send me the image.
All
Okay.
right. So now that's the topic. You had some interesting things to say in the comments section. Is a relationship a business arrangement?
It's definitely a business arrangement.
Talk on it.
Most definitely. Especially the way these females nowadays is they believe that they stick into the homage of the 60s that a man should pay all the bills and provide and all that, which is okay, that's cool. But most of the time when you get in a relationship nowadays, like me, I'm 38, bro. So it's like I'm not gonna meet anybody and have a kid and have that fairy tale love to where I feel like, yeah, my wife deserves to just be here and she's taking care of our kids and all that. No, it's gonna be your kids. You're not having a kid with me. So when I enter into it, I'm always gonna look at it of how much I'm spending versus what I'm gonna be receiving. And most of the time, they don't have nothing to offer you. Most of the time, you ask them what they have to offer, they get the name of characteristics. Like characteristics don't pay the bills, baby.
See,
You know what
men,
I'm
we
saying?
always look at any situation from financial odds perspective of gains and losses and risk. We always look at probability. We always look at these things. This is how we see life. We don't see it on feelings and butterflies and possibilities.
Exactly, and that's
Right.
what women do. They would literally take and make a situation that's like what's literally happening in reality. They would see it completely different because of how they feel. You know what I'm
The
saying? It's like no
feeling.
matter what actually happened, what's happening in reality, because you feel like this is how you feel it really in reality is going. And it's like, nah, that's not always the case. Like,
Welcome
you know
to
what I'm
the
saying? You're letting your
stage.
feelings.
Somewhat in the
Somewhat on the
building.
stage.
Oh, you
She
covered that
frozen.
up.
That way. There we go.
I'm
Oh, there
frozen.
you go. I think you're coming in.
There you
I
go.
think your Wi-Fi had a little
I,
wine in it.
I think Jen commented to crisis. So you need a woman to go 50-50.
I
No,
don't
you need
need
to
you to
think.
go 50-50. But what I'm saying is if I'm already paying 100% of the bills and then I bring you into my life and I'm continue to pay 100% of the bills, I have to be benefiting something from having you in my life. If not, what the fuck are you here for? You're just here,
So
right?
Right.
what type of
Can you
benefits
hear
we
and see me
talking about
now?
here?
We got you.
Yeah, we got you, Bon Bon. So what type of
I'm
benefits
Okay.
saying,
we
well, like
talking
I
about?
just said, I just named all these businesses I have. Can you help me grow one of these businesses before you get to asking me for some money? Can you help?
Right.
Can you help me make $200 before you ask me for 100? Like
Right. And
if you can't help me build and grow what I already got going, then you're an asset, and I don't need more assets.
other thing is like
You
I mean,
I
expense. You're
agree.
expense. You're
and you
expense. My
mean
bad. You're
yeah,
an expense.
expense.
Yeah, you're an expense. I don't need more expenses. I need assets. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't want to add you to my overhead. I need you to
The
be the reason I'm in the green.
right. The arrangement isn't you invest exactly what I invest, is what I'm investing what you want. Okay, so give me what I want. If I'm paying all the bills and protecting you, clean my house and put a meal on the table every day and give me sex when I want it. Like that's what I want. It ain't 50-50 equal. Equal is you want something, I want something. It's an arrange, it's a business arrangement. I'm gonna dive in front of bullets and you keep my balls empty and my stomach full.
I had baby ask me one day. She
Oh, that was
said,
funny as hell.
Come on,
"Look,
man. It's really that simple. We
That
make this
shit
shit
was funny.
hard, man, but we all know this.
look." Baby asked me one night. She said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "What?" She said, "I heard something downstairs." I said, go check it out. She said, go check it out. You the man, you supposed to go check it out. I said,
Right.
so if they jump on me, what you gonna do? You asked out. If they jump on you, I can save you.
You crazy, man.
Chad is he the guy that we go out to the club and you had these big guys be mad at him, and he just, I'm small, I'm a little guy. Why you mad at me? I'm not doing nothing. I mean, you can't beat on me forever. When you get tired of
Right.
beating on me, we work it out after, because it just makes no sense to be. He's that guy. He not looking to get confrontational off rip. When you want protection
Man.
out of him, he may solve it with his mouth before he solve it for you physically.
But hey, you know what I do? Oh, since I live in Florida, when somebody get huffy with the old man, I say, I want to let you know, in the state of Florida, we have a stand your ground law.
Ooh.
Also, so if I feel threatened, I want you to understand the state of Florida, we have a conceal and carry law permit. And I have one of those. And I do conceal and carry. So I feel threatened. So if you come at me, I want you to know, and everybody around me within earshot, that I feel threatened. So if you come at me and I start shooting, just remember that. So we be cool, because I'm not fighting nobody. Because I got a T-shirt that says I'm an old man.
Well,
I'm too
well, I'm property. I'm property of the state.
old to
So
fight.
I'm property of the state. They told me I'm not allowed to protect myself.
Oh well, you know what?
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm
Well,
popular with
Look, they told me I don't have the right to protect myself.
Yeah, they said the
So
same thing about me.
I got to
popular
disarm
with
you with these words.
That's crazy, right?
Well,
Right.
you know what? Lord Jesus, because I don't know what
I
would
got to
do.
disarm you with these words. But can we pull up Marquita comment? She agreed she wouldn't do polygamy.
Wouldn't do?
Who's not doing polygamy right now?
But
Marquita.
polygamy that's marriage. That I don't
who's
think
doing polyamory? Who's doing polyamory?
Yeah, we were talking about polyamory. So
Polyamory,
she brought up polygamy, saying that she can't do it because she needs the one-on-one thing with her husband. She wants two men, so she wants that selfish aspect of it all. She want to have her cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? But she couldn't allow her husband to have multiple women. She herself, however, could have multiple men, but she got to draw the line at her husband having multiple women.
Sounds selfish.
That sounds great. So Bon, what how do you feel about that? Because we got to talk. How do you feel about that?
Personally, I'm a fan of polyamory. I simply because I'm a busy person, and if I'm dating someone or whatever, and it's fine, but I don't have time to give someone else my full-time attention. So if you have other people whose attentions you're seeking when I'm not able to focus on you, that's fine. Get what you need out of life. And when we do have our time together, I like to be the attention of your focus. And then when we part ways, if I'm not able to see you for a couple of weeks, by all means, enjoy yourself. Circle back when it's convenient. I'm going to do the same.
So what Jen said, why are two men selfish? It's not that two men are selfish.
It's not that.
She
It's
don't
that you
want it to
won't
go
let them
both
have
ways.
other women.
She
If you can have multiple
specified
partners,
that
they
she can
should be
have
able
her
to.
cake and eat it too.
No.
But if he wants another piece of cake, he better watch his motherfucking back while he sleep.
No, disagree. I think that everybody should be able to pursue and move around as they see fit, as long as everybody's being honest with each other about what's happening.
And Jen say she's not a construction worker. She not helping no man build nothing.
So let me ask you a question, Bon. So you in a polyamory relationship right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in a polyamory relationship with any of the two men that's above you right now?
Why do we have to do that? Why you gotta be in my stuff?
No, because I figured the whole thing out a long time ago. I just wanted to confess.
No, see,
that's why
you barking up the wrong tree.
So hold up. Now let me ask you this question, because that's what we're here for, right?
Okay.
All right, thank you somewhat. I appreciate you. So somewhat. So let me ask
somewhat
you a question.
In the building.
In the building. So you're in a polyamory relationship with someone, out of the three men on top,
We got to keep up appearances for YouTube now. We're
Why
on
you ain't
YouTube. We're
doing
on
that?
Well,
YouTube. We're
I
on
live in
YouTube. We're on
Florida, so you know
YouTube.
it's
We're on
not me.
Is
YouTube.
this your
No,
man?
no, no.
Is
Listen,
this your
I
man?
know
Get your
it's
man.
not me. It's not me. And why so Christ? But one of the 3 men up there, in a polyamory relationship. I don't need to know who, but I want to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Would you mind
Okay.
walking with me? Would you
Okay.
mind walking with me?
Let's do it.
All right, thank you. You don't have to hold my hands when you walk with me, but stay close. I don't want you getting lost. Right? So, how long have you been in that polyamory relationship with one of the men up top?
2 months, 3 months.
Okay, 2 or 3 months, right? Was this your first polyamory relationship?
No.
Okay. How did you know that he was into that?
We discussed it before we had even gone on our first date and already agreed that we shared certain life philosophies.
Okay. Is there a possibility that you're gonna want more out of that particular man?
I think that what we're doing right now is just our speed, and I'm not in a rush to change our rhythm, today.
Okay. Do you think that does he know that you have other men?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a limit to the amount of men you can have?
There's never been like a discussed or agreed upon limit, but I mean, he knows that I'm not just like running around with every person that says hello to me. There's a guy or two. One of them got bumped off recently, and we had a good little laugh about it.
Okay. Okay. You mind walking with me? I'm about to go someplace. I'm gonna start walking fast. So you ready?
Okay.
Have you been intimate before?
Yes.
Do you during sex do you talk about other people you had sex with?
No.
Okay, prior to sex, do you talk about other people you had sex with?
I mean, we discussed sexual histories and getting tested, the necessaries, but not like intimate details.
Okay. Have you met his other woman as well?
Not yet.
Are you interested in me as other woman?
Only because I feel like going forward, it's nice to put a face to names, but that's really it. It's not like a huge deal. Like, I must meet them, but it would be nice to. Like, they're a part of his life, and so am I. I think that we should all be on friendly terms.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. If one of his females don't look up to your standard or have your standard of beauty, are you gonna judge him for that?
No, I think that two people's connection is personal. And if he feels good about this person in his life, that's his business. That's on his side of the fence, not on mine.
Would she classify as a modern woman?
A
I think
what?
she's multi dating. I don't think it's
I, was-
probably.
I,
I
was-
think she's
I was
multi
just
dating.
I know that too because as soon as I said it, did she just what? No, just
Modern just means today's time.
I know,
Yeah,
and I
so
just wanted to ask that question because that's clearly not a traditional thought process. So then, when
Right.
people refer to women, they say you're either traditional or modern, and then they throw all of these like ideas and terms and thoughts that apply to modern women. But I really don't see anything wrong with what she's saying
poly
right now.
women can definitely be
Yeah,
poly women are
but
more traditional than modern women.
absolutely, it is.
Hmm.
Absolutely, it actually is more traditional. It's actually the original, right? But let me just say one thing. So, what is the difference between multi dating and polyamory?
That's
Lying,
not something that I could explain.
Yeah,
I don't
lies.
know.
One
think
is
it's
one is based on
integrity.
deceit. One is
Integrity.
based
One
on
at a time.
deceit.
One at a time. One at a time.
One is
Okay.
based on deceit and lies, and the other one is the definition of the truth.
Yeah.
It's organic.
Polyamory is defined as consensual non-monogamy. So like if people are dating and out there giving the illusion like, oh, it's just you and me, but then still dating other people on the side, that's not consensual. Like you didn't give that person an open and honest beginning with you. But like if we walk into a situation saying, yes, we both know that we are polyamorous, then it's not a problem because you're not lying to me. So what do I have to be mad about?
Yeah.
And you know what, man? Let me say. You know what? I what she's doing is exactly what I do and what I've been doing for the last 3 years. I mean, exactly. I mean, everybody understands. Um, no one trips, and if anyone gets to the point where they start to catch feelings, then it's like, you know what, it's time for you to get off the train because you kind of breaking one of the unwritten rules, you know. But I mean, and like I said before, out of all the time in my life, it is without a doubt the easiest relationships or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it that I've ever had in my life, because it's maybe because it's defined, and the expectations, you know, there's not these, no one has these crazy expectations. We understand what it is, so it's like cool. And it's like she said, one thing she said that's really cool is that when we're together, we are together.
Right.
100% of my attention, she, you know, and vice versa. So it's cool. And I think, I like, at least for me, and I believe her, you know, them also, is that you're relaxed because you're not, you know, not stressed, or if someone's dating and they're worried about, it's just so relaxed. So,
Well, you
and
know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
and the honesty aspect of it is just like, damn. It's like she
Yeah.
said, if she's, you know, like I told you about the young, I don't know if you were on before, the young lady that one of the young ladies I'm dealing with, she was honest. She was like, look, I'm gonna be in the NY doing some work, blah blah blah. And if I meet a dude that I'm gonna do, I don't want you to be tripping. So hey, I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna get with him. But when we back together, and it's like cool, and it's just so
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been asking these questions, and I've been looking at the two brothers on top of her to find out who she's talking to based on their reactions to her answers. So I'm gonna ask one more question. It's gonna let me know who you're dealing with right now. You ready? So the question is: has that person ever introduced you to another male?
No.
Yeah, I know who you're talking to now.
Okay.
I know who you're talking to because
I
I
had to think
realized this
about it.
when,
Like, have we ever? Like,
because
I
what
guess
happens
not.
is that person called you bonbon, and that's a form of endearment that you give somebody when you're close to them. And I was like, you know what? I knew it. I knew it. He got
Oh
a
my
poker
god.
face too. He got a poker face too. He never showed. I like that though. He called you bonbon. All right, good, good, good. That's all. That's all. Thank you so much. Somewhat, I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Well,
All right, all right. That just happened, and I like it. It's good for you too. She answered it honestly. I was saying some things the other night, man. Like, as long as the woman that's in your life is getting what she needs from you, she's not really caring about what you're doing to get what someone else also appreciates, which is the same qualities that they both appreciate about you. She's getting what she wants, and she's getting what she wants, and she's getting what she wants. They're not worried about. The only reason it's gonna be a conflict is if she's not getting what she wants, and she see this one getting more, or this one's getting more, or she's embarrassed, or you're hurting her internally. If you're responding to the woman the way she needs to, what other relationship would she rather be in when she's getting everything that she needs? All the other stuff is like ego. I want my own
That's a
penis.
fact.
I'd take a
That's it.
lesser man just to have it all to me.
That's
Like
a fact.
that is crazy to me. I'd rather have my own penis to myself, even though I know this man is a lesser man than I want, and he does not satisfy all the things that I need. This is
Are we ever going to get a show with all your lady friends up there at the same time?
working on it.
Or that's Patreon? Is that a Patreon? We got a
That's what I
Patreon.
wanted to charge for it. They ain't even gave us. We ain't got not $1 in all these things going across the bottom. Not $1 then came through the channel.
You say they
So
want a whole lot of free GAME.
we got some real. We really got some like so a lineup. I'm talking about. We're gonna have some people that y'all gonna be familiar with. Some famous people. I got some of my friends that want to come on. We got some guys that's doing some big things already, and some women doing some big things that we want to bring on. But we just want to make sure the support is here. You know what I'm saying? We trying to upgrade our platform. I had to pay for my StreamYard out of my own pocket. You know, I had to go ahead and upgrade it. So y'all, the more we get
How much is
support,
StreamYard?
huh?
How much is StreamYard?
It's $250 for the year to have a way you can put the
And people and all that. Yep.
yeah,
Storage and all that.
and you can get more people to come up. Like I think the free one you can only do like 6 people, something like that. And then you can't customize the banners and put up all your own. We're gonna change the background. We're working on a layout right now, so the background is gonna look like we sitting in some player place too. We getting all the graphics done right now.
Yo, this is gonna
But
be
we want
fly.
we want people to support it though.
Yeah, that's dope. I just
Shout out
really
to the
liked about
sponsor one
StreamYard too.
time, cause we did get a little bit in. We got something in. We're gonna keep the lights on with this one.
We teach you how to think, not what to
What
think.
the thing? You did.
All right,
Spirit
Chad.
check.
Chad.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I just what's the name? What do you call it? Oh, Google Pay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit, Okay.
For sure.
There we go.
All right. What
There
do
we
you
go.
call what do you call that? Oh, what yard is this? Whatever yard.
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Okay, StreamYard is taken care of, man.
Yeah.
All right.
We own it. We own it.
All
Thank
right.
you. Appreciate right there. Shout out to the sponsor again, man. Now we can get the now we can
Can we get
upgrade our StreamYard. We can give
do it
y'all
one more
more
time?
now.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, StreamYard, you good to go now. And you said that's a year, right?
Yep, for the year.
Okay, cool.
Boss. That's a boss move. That's a boss move.
All right.
You dig.
Okay. You're
I'm
taking
trying to
care
figure
of
out which I'm trying to figure out which girl in the chat is gonna have a polyamory relationship with me. What am I
Come
doing
on.
wrong?
Hey.
Which one's gonna have somebody gotta get a poly. Can you pick one? Can you pick one half and bonbon? Can y'all pick one to have a polyamory relationship with me?
something.
I mean, I would just go through the comments and see who was most opposed to it and then go the opposite
Hold on.
direction.
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on. Chad. I mean Chad.
Yeah. They know Chad as well.
Okay.
Ain't no filters over here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
we put our government names out there.
I'm about to get off. Your sister.
Yeah, drama.
Yeah.
Well, have fun. That's always fun.
All right,
We
nephew.
appreciate you.
I don't.
All right, y'all
Appreciate
take it easy. Hey, I'm gonna have a draft. I should have a draft for your logo Friday.
Okay, dope. Waiting on it. Ready.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So were you ever able to answer the original question? You're gonna put it back up.
Who is this for, Shaban or Watts? What's up, Watts?
Shaban.
What's happening, brother?
Shaban, answer
Yes.
the original question.
Is it a relationship or a business arrangement?
Mm-hmm.
I heard y'all go back and forth about it, and the women saying, well, I got all dressed up and whatever, so that's why a guy should pay. But me
How much does it
personally,
cost for you to put on that hound's tooth?
don't worry about how much the houndtooth cost. I got that. I'm lucky enough that I can take care of myself and my own appearance, whether or not I have a date to show up for. But I like to keep first dates simple. I feel like a first date, I don't think that you should be going to some fancy lavish dinner. I think that a first date should just be like drinks or a cup of coffee, because I've gone on first dates where a guy like immediately took me to a nice place and then I ended up not liking the guy. So then I'm just sitting there awkwardly, like eating my food, and I don't do it anymore. If we're going out for the first time, I'm going to keep it light, sit there, order a cocktail. If I don't like you, I might leave after that one cocktail, but at least it's not like some crazy long situation that I feel obligated to suffer through. I don't think that's fair to either party to do that coming out of the gate. Now, if we know that we like each other and you want to take me somewhere fabulous or a few fabulous places, fine, let's do it.
So did he talk himself out of a good situation?
Yeah.
Okay, so he had the opportunity to have things go his way, but he just wasn't savvy enough to close.
He just said some things that were real like turn off in his
I feel like
mannerisms.
most
And he
women
had a
they know they're gonna
weird
fuck with men as
smell.
soon as they see him, right?
Yeah. Who
I'm not
said that?
wrong.
Crisis?
Most women, as soon as they see a man, they know they're fucking. Only thing you can, only way that could change is if a nigga say something stupid.
Right.
Nigga can talk himself
I don't
off the
know if
pussy
I'd
he
say
could have
that you
got
know
without
that
saying
you're
a
going to
word.
fuck him when you first see him, but you know there's a possibility when you first see him. Now,
You know you
whether or
would,
not he takes that and runs with it is a different
right?
situation.
Well,
But
I guess more
it's a nigga
realistically,
that could
you
be
know if
shooting his
you
shot the
wouldn't.
whole time, and you know for a fact, like, I'm not gonna get this nigga no pussy. He need to stop.
Oh, I get out of
But the
Dodge.
nigga,
Ooh,
Well, I
take
think
you out.
that's kind of what our initial conversation was missing, is the fact that they not getting out of Dodge. They going on them dates, having fun, parlaying, kicking back, ordering a 16th margarita.
Those women are just using you though.
right,
Like
knowing damn
obviously, like
well
if
that they
you're
You
just
sitting
know
there for
what
the
there,
drink.
I'm saying?
like if you're sitting
They
there and
can't wait to
entertaining
get
a
home
guy
and
and you
call
don't like
Bill.
him, you're just using him.
Yeah,
Yeah, we getting the
Exactly.
Chilean sea bass with the lobster on top.
man.
Yeah, and then gonna order. I need a
Knowing the
whole
whole
bottle.
time, nigga, knowing from the moment they seen that man, they wasn't
Right.
gonna. There was no possible way anything he could do to get some pussy.
Look
I
at him
say
See,
crazy.
I'm
I
finna
just
What
get
wouldn't
these
what you
even go
thought?
on a date
What
at
you
crustaceans
that
thought you
though.
was
point.
gonna get
I'm
some?
ordering
But
these
you gonna take that
crustaceans
date though.
though.
You thought you was gonna get some? Yeah, I thought I was. I should. I think I should. Shouldn't
The new term that's floating around is ethical non-monogamy instead of
Yeah.
polyamory.
I mean, it's the
That's
same
a very
thing.
interesting concept to me. Ethical
say that again.
non-monogamy.
Say that again.
Ethical non-monogamy.
Oh, it's an interesting concept.
Right?
Mm,
It's a mouthful, huh?
mm.
It's the definition of the word monogamy. So it's just either you're going to say monogamy or you're saying the definition, but that's what it is.
Yeah. Ethical non-monogamy.
If
So,
nobody's lying and everybody's agreeing, then it's ethical.
right.
That kind of takes all the taboo out of it to me
Why did they need to coin a phrase different than polyamory?
because it's taboo. It's certain words. When you hear certain words, people brains shut off, their ears shut off,
Yep.
they check out.
Yeah, like I feel like the
So
natural
taboo is certain.
question
Yeah.
when I say I'm polyamorous, they be like, "Are you gay?" Like, nigga, what did you hear me say?
What?
When I said you
What
heard
does
What
one
did
what
have
you
to
you
do
just
hear?
with the
heard. I
other?
said this, but this is what you heard. Like it's crazy.
That is bananas.
They were like, "Oh, he's polyamorous. He likes sucking dinos." What
That's
did you
really
hear,
sad.
ma'am? What did you hear? That's not what was said.
Look, just get you a t-shirt that has like the word polyamory and then the definition under it. And I want you to wear it under your suit so that you can like Superman. You're like, no, ma'am, this is what it means.
Let me superimpose this into your face.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is like the biggest
You gotta
hurdle to
answer
get
the
over?
question, Watts. Watts,
Huh?
I need you to answer. You haven't answered the question. Oh, Scrolls, Watts
Don't
hadn't
forget
answered.
your question, but answer the question.
Yeah, don't forget
Uh,
your question, but answer the question.
hold on. Okay. Do I think it's a relationship or a business situation? Um, is it a relationship or a business arrangement? I mean, it's a relationship until it becomes a a business arrangement. You know what I'm saying? Because if I take her on a date and it's not gonna go past the first date. It's nowhere near a business relationship. But if she gonna be solid in my life? Is she gonna be around for a long time? If I gotta make decisions based on her, if I have to make decisions, including her and how she feels and all that other stuff, then it becomes a business relationship. Once we get more serious, but like initially in the beginning, it ain't nothing but a relationship. I'm just trying to see what you got. You trying to see what I got. Let's just see how we can put it together.
I mean, it all becomes transactional eventually.
Yeah.
Look, if it's not a business arrangement, then it's just a bad relationship.
Well, I think what makes the difference in this
Say that shit
conversation
again, my
is
guy. Say
that
that shit again.
it's not a relationship without your investment, and there's a subtle difference there, because you want your relationship to be progressive, you want it to be advantageous, you want to be able to build businesses and have a partner in your household. You don't want to be sleeping with the enemy, but that can be inclusive in a relationship. What makes it a business arrangement in this sense is it's transactional. Is he spending 500 tonight? Oh no, I'm not having fun. I'm not even finna enjoy myself. He spent like 250. What does he think this is? I'm at
Right.
least a $400 date woman.
And in his
That,
mind, I'm finna get 3, 4 rounds out of this.
you
All
know
right,
what I'm
we
saying?
going out
I'm
tonight.
getting that
Yeah.
16th margarita. I don't know what he think this is.
Jesus.
See, that makes it
Yeah,
easy for
man.
me to just chop some shit off. Like, we're gonna just cut this
Yeah,
off now.
yeah, this is a bad deal.
Is that
Bad
It's a
deal.
16th
bad deal.
margarita like that's the line for you?
No,
Like
no.
she can get
Man,
15, but if she gets
But get
16,
the
goddamn
16 though.
it.
she asked for one more. She asked for one more. I'm asking for separate tabs.
You get 15 all day, but that's 16 though.
Man, I'm asking for. I want a separate tab.
What time you ready to go?
Bring her own check. Yeah, all 16
No, you
of
got
those
16.
margaritas
You
are
got
hers.
16 this time.
Yeah,
You in the hole.
that Parmesan crusted fish, that was hers as well.
Yeah, the Parmesan was extra.
Yeah.
Well, what would you go ask?
Put the
What?
lobster sauce on top, man. Stop it and think it's free. This is my money. It ain't free. I want something in return for this. I
Man,
definitely
so what
do.
would you go ask? What?
So the question I have, so people who are in traditional relationships and are in the space to where they're willing to possibly expand out into polyamory or polygamy or anything of that sort. What would you say is like the biggest hurdle that people pretty much got to get over? You know what I'm saying? Trying to make that transition. Other than what Mr. O was talking about earlier, like I want this peen for myself, right? I'm just being selfish. Like other than the selfish part of it, what is the biggest hurdle that people gotta get over to come into that space?
Well,
FOMO.
that honesty go kick your ass. You gonna have to be honest with yourself. You gonna have to be clever enough with your formula to where she's okay with the honesty and the openness. Um, that selfishness is gonna always come back to bite you in the ass because we've been raised a certain way. So they're all looking for. I can walk into a room and bet my bottom dollar that I can leave with every number in there if I offer them women myself. If I offer them monogamy, look, I got it. I'm going home with the W. Soon as I say, "Oh, I'm in an open relationship," I date a. You can visibly see the coochies drying up. You can visibly see it.
But
They
that's
all
because there are a
shriveling
lot
up.
of guys. There's a lot of guys out here that are using
Get
that
warm.
line to trick a woman into being their side piece.
Well, the issue
Lies.
is that that's a horrible tactic.
Lies.
Women immediately stop listening once I say poly open. Now, if you have a certain type of wealth, something that's attractive to them beyond the typical relationship that they was already seeking, yeah, you got you something. You know what I'm saying? They still might be open and willing to listen and hear you out. But as soon as a regular guy, they don't know what you come with, what type of home you got, what type of car is outside waiting on them to take them home in. They don't know if you got a metro bus pass. say polyamory, they gonna be like, oh, no, thank you. End the conversation. No, thank you. And
Especially if
just
it's in public. If it's at a
and
club or something, yeah, but
don't let their girlfriends be around. Don't
right.
don't let
Oh
their
no.
cousin be there.
Oh
They
no.
they cousin who just got married, who got the good husband at home,
Right.
who cuts the grass and works all damn day.
Yeah. But now you'd be surprised having a private conversation with nobody around, how different she'll respond to that. Night and day.
That just
Well,
makes me think that some of these women are out here like not being like my best friend. Her and her boyfriend are polyamorous. They date other people, but they live together and they like share a life. And so me, like I can talk openly about that kind of thing. If you said something like that in front of me and my best friend's gonna be nudging me like, yes, girl, go talk to him. But if they're worried about what other people think, then that's fake.
I mean, that's 9 out of 10 people. You hard pressed to find an individual who will stand alone in a crowded room and speak their truth, no matter how many people oppose it.
Right.
That's a hard thing to do.
And this is a reality that people don't want to accept, that people are more willing to accept a lie in public for shame or egg on their face or whatever, and then you get mad about why you don't get what you want out of that when you accept it on the pretenses of knowing that it was a lie. You willing to accept a lie and just be honest with yourself about what you want in that
Right.
moment. You will accept a lie. That makes no sense. This is
I
why
mean,
we even
it's
having these
easier.
conversations right now.
That's the ideas that most marriages are based off of. I
Lie.
told you that I was gonna love you unconditionally. I told you that you was gonna be the only woman I ever see. I told you you was the only man that could make me wet. Boy, they lying through
It's
their
a
teeth.
lie.
They lying through their teeth.
And you know it's a lie.
Eh,
You didn't
eh,
believe it when you
Ten,
said it.
10 out of 20 of they last orgasms, they was thinking about Jimmy and Paul and Jack and John.
You didn't believe it when it came out your mouth.
It cracks
Man,
me up this concept that like you go blind or you stop being attracted to other people just because you have someone
it's
People,
ridiculous.
it's
It's
like
even
that
less
that,
impossible.
that
than that.
doesn't
It's like
make any
some
sense to
words.
me.
It's like a
Like
verbal agreement. Oh, I can't feel like I walk through a coffee shop and I feel like, oh my God, I need to talk to this. I can't talk to her because I made a verbal agreement that I'm a boyfriend to this other girl. I can't look at you, can't feel you. I don't nothing. Even
Eh,
I
though
feel
how
like
does life
monogamy
work?
forces you to
Life
lie.
life puts choices in your
yes,
face.
yes,
They put energies together to see what happens. How else you're supposed to meet who for you if you're not in a path? Somebody
yeah.
was placed in your path for a reason for you to recognize it and do what's required. And when you
I-
ignore that because of a verbal agreement, like a boyfriend, which is a new term anyway, this didn't even exist back in the day. It came along with Valentine's Day and diamonds. It came
right.
about. It's like let's sell some diamonds. Let's give girls boyfriends. Let's do long engagements. Let's sell this Valentine's Day thing and let's get people to spend money. But it does not. It's none of that shit is sustainable. That's some cool shit you do when you with the person you supposed to be with, but you're not supposed to be basing your forever on a diamond and a long, a boyfriend title, a long engagement. All these are lies. All this shit is just taking wasting time. All
I
this is a
mean,
waste of
I'm
fucking time.
basing my polyamory off of the idea or fact that I'm interested in other people. It's a high chance that you might yourself be interested in other people as well. I'm basing my whole everything, my whole understanding off of that. Now, there is a such thing as monopoly. There are some women who really genuinely, or men, what have you, that genuinely want that one significant other, but they can be honest with themselves and understand that their significant other is still adventurous and explorative.
Right.
I kind of feel like, in my own personal opinion, that they are a little bit
That's
manipulated or a
bullshit.
little down on themselves or
Yeah.
insecure. I don't know, like to each his own, you know
Little
what I'm
mental
saying?
health issues
But
going on.
I, I'm more of an equal opportunist. You know what I'm saying? If I'm into it, I wouldn't doubt that you go be into it as well. So I'm more interested in you being able to say I live a fulfilled life and I get to explore the things that I'm interested in without restriction and judgment.
Without having to say, I can't do this because my boyfriend will be mad. Like,
So it ain't even about you. It's about somebody else's opinion. So you mentally just gawk this motherfucker, but you can't do it because
Jen say
you have
not
a
all.
ball and chain at home.
Jen say not all. What she say? Not all.
what is that little sign you're holding up, Mr.
This is something
O?
Jen be doing on her show. She got a sign that says not all. I just kind of made this right quick. Jen be
You
putting up
over there
a
with
sign
your
when
arts and
somebody be
crafts.
talking
Let me
and
find
blanket
out you in
statement.
the children's aisle buying Elmer's glue and
We do it. Yeah, I made this. I made this one with construction hour.
Elmer's glue and
Yeah.
popsicle sticks.
I got a struggle sign like my stream, but
If I ever catch you in the children's aisle
yeah,
with this suit on,
You let that
you in the
man wander
children's
the
aisle with a
crafting
3-piece
section in
suit on,
peace.
we had arts and crafts day today
There's
buying
no
at the
index
house.
shame in
cards,
crafting.
Yeah, we did arts and crafts at the house today.
not the index card.
Okay, so a question that just popped in my head. Here's a question I want to pose. Because I do listen to y'all, and it sound almost like you was riding the fence a little bit, my brother. So I'm gonna ask you the
Come on
direct
with it.
question here. Do you think that monogamy is a concept that really just needs to be disbanded at this point?
I
I think it's a
can
fantasy.
tell you in my honest opinion, most people only buy into it because they were raised on it. It's tradition. Believe in it. Why would the divorce rate look the way it does if people really believe in it? Now, I ain't gonna say that it don't work for some people. I can imagine it working for a lot of people. You have to have a certain type of mindset. You have to have a certain goal set, skill set, a whole lot of other adjectives. But the average person was just raised on it. They don't want to be judged by their mamas, their grandmas. They want to impress their homegirls. They want a bridal shower. They want that that whole big luxurious wedding. They want to be treated like the princess that Disney taught them that they could be. They
Bio,
need a princess moment.
see, just biologically, we are wired to be attracted to the opposite sex. Y'all ever heard of pheromones? That doesn't go away when you make a verbal commitment of boyfriend and girlfriend. You don't stop producing pheromones. This is crazy that you think this.
Yeah.
It's like a fantasy. Monogamy is a fantasy word. It's
So
like
what about the idea
it's
of
not
the idea of someone who does believe in monogamy saying that it's pretty much a principle of discipline?
look, half more than half this country believe the idea of Jesus too, man. But that don't make it right. It just gives somebody some structure and something to follow behind. And like Hef says, it helps a lot of people structure their lives and stay on the path to get somewhere. So a lot of people need a certain set of structured lifestyles and ideals in order to get to day to day. And when you live in a country where we've adopted these ideals, you think it's second nature, but no, you've been involuntarily programmed since birth.
And then you talking about discipline. I don't want to be no damn job. I don't want you to have to work to be with me and commit to me. I can understand that a relationship comes with work, but in general, I don't want to be your job when you get off of work. You shouldn't have to mentally prepare yourself to deal with me and my shit. You should have the ability to come home
Facts.
to a safe space and be your damn self.
See, when people say like relationships is work, I don't like that word. I mean,
I mean, but does
it
discipline
takes
mean
effort.
anything other than work?
It takes effort. Like you have to like do something, but it doesn't feel like a draining job. When I hear work, I hear like steel toe boots and getting dirty and picking up shit and twisting wrenches and like that just exhausting to
Discipline,
me. Oh, I
Right,
can't
like
do
you
discipline
that.
is
said,
what a
shit you gotta
soldier
mentally
needs.
That's what
prepare
work
yourself
sound
for.
like.
Like that's
I don't want to.
Hef
Discipline
breaks
is
out
what
in
a
hives
soldier
when you
needs.
talk
I
about
get
work.
blisters on my hands. I put on a pair of steel toe boots for 10 minutes. I'm gonna have blisters on my feet. I ain't
You
built for that
should.
shit.
discipline is for soldiers, it's for boxers, it's for people who have careers that call for them to be trained to be a certain way. Is that what you want from your significant other? Them to need to train themselves how to be with you? I need this to be on go mode. I need this to be effortless. I want a effortless love when I come home. I want you cooking for us for the night. To you cook because you want to eat, and as well, you know you don't mind feeding me. I don't want you to be like, oh, I gotta go home and cook for this nigga too. Ah, damn. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That,
Facts
that
though.
that's
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 real
fucked
shit.
up. And you
That's
finna do
real
it for the next
shit.
40 years?
I think a relationship should be recreational.
You
You know,
know?
the one time when I took a handlebar in my life for Xanax was when I was in a relationship with my kid's mom. And that made me be able,
Wow.
I had to take that to be able to
You
walk through
had to
that door.
pop pills to
And you know, when I wasn't with him no more, all of a sudden I never desired him ever again. I never had the desire for a handlebar, a Xanax ever again in my life. I would never take one now. But I remember when I would take a half of one on the ride home before I got to that house, man.
and how long did
You
it take
mentally
you to
clock
move
it
out of
in.
that
Oh
situation?
my God, man. I moved. I'm gonna tell you, I got my own apartment while my daughter was still in her mama's stomach. And Texas wouldn't let me divorce her until she gave birth. Had the Texas
Yikes.
let me, they won't let you divorce a pregnant woman. I was
Crisis.
gone. I was out.
Crisis.
Tired of this. No way.
What
I'm
up,
not gonna
though?
see her taking
I ain't
handlebars
I ain't
and having
never
a
really
drink and go
known
home
That's terrible.
why you
just to be
ain't with
monogamous.
baby mama no more. Like I missed the whole period of time where y'all dated and y'all made a kid. Like I missed that period. Like I woke up one day and you had a 3-year-old. Like
Apparently, he missed it too if he was on bars the whole time.
Right.
like what was supposed to what was the goal in that relationship? Were y'all supposed to be committed to each other on some monogamy shit? Like what happened? What went wrong? Or if it's too personal, you can say that. But
Where did it all go wrong?
I wasn't never supposed to be in that shit. I was doing what the church told me
did
I
he
was supposed
freeze?
to
Did
do
he
in my
freeze
life.
up on me?
That'll mess you up every time.
The
Yeah, I
church
think he
told me to
froze up
marry
on me.
to get in a marriage, and this is what a man's supposed to be. And I got it in, and
Or
I was
did
like,
I
"What
ask him
the
the
fuck is
wrong
this
question
shit?"
and he playing froze?
When a man could tell, oh, that nigga moving.
I mean, now I'm
He
looking
talking
at
to
the
you.
comments and shit.
I thought he was
I'm
froze. He
all
was
in
sitting still as fuck.
no, I'm all in the comment
We saw this nigga
section.
froze.
But was that supposed to be you settling down? Like I missed that whole part because I've been knowing you since we was what 17, 18?
You got the earpiece? Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Nah, hell no, that wasn't settling down. That was a drunk night. You
You
said, baby,
you had
Truth.
that's
There go the
you
truth
made the
right there.
kid off of a drunk night,
That's the
off a
truth.
drunk
so
night.
it was
Yeah.
never no relationship.
I don't date
Damn.
white girls, man. I just fuck 'em.
Wait. Oh my God. He's
Wow. Am I supposed to be here for this part?
only part of you was white.
Huh?
The good parts is black.
Look, I am a
Mhm.
delightful hybrid, but wow.
A delightful hybrid.
A
I like
delightful
this. We
hybrid.
dropping the gems tonight. We got Smoke Daddy.
Hey,
We got
man,
Dinner Daddy.
we gonna
We
have to
got,
put up
oh my God,
a
delightful.
vocab sheet when you come into this chat.
Man, we got our own language over here. A delightful hybrid.
A
Oh my
delightful
God.
hybrid.
Delightful
The
hybrid. That's
DH.
funny.
Shout out to Smoke Daddy and Delightful Hybrid up there.
And
Oh
don't
my
forget
God.
Oh,
Dinner
I must
Daddy.
have
That
missed
Dinner
Not to
Smoke
Daddy.
be
Daddy. I
confused with
heard
the
Dinner
Dinner
Daddy.
Daddy.
Smoke
Wait,
Daddy
what is
was one that
Smoke
he
Daddy?
called Bree Chad was Bree's Smoke Daddy. Yeah, that was you was a Smoke Daddy.
And the Dinner Daddy.
And Dinner Daddy.
The Dinner Daddy.
The dinner
Damn. So
daddy.
every time you showed up, you had the pack with you.
How many niggas?
Man,
How
bro,
many?
like and the you might have missed the story, but it was like just imagine your phone ring and you look at it and all you see is the money flying out the window. You like,
How many guys in the chat have bought bundles? Bundle Bay.
Oh
Hell no.
Oh,
Fuck
What
no.
is
that.
a
Hell
bundle of
no.
what?
Bundle
no.
base.
Bond,
Bundles
you
of
got too
hair.
much
So
hair.
these
Hair,
girls,
You don't know
nigga.
what a
The
bundle
bundles.
they
is.
go by,
Nigga,
yeah,
fuck
she
Oh,
might
no.
not
it's
know what she don't buy
oh,
bundles. Hers she grew
See,
that.
she
Pull that
she did say she a
ponytail in the
hybrid.
front.
She already
She
said she
grew
a
that.
hybrid. She don't know nothing
She
about
said
that.
she had
Man,
this
pull,
big
pull that
fucking
No
woman.
bundle
ponytail
bays
around.
out
Let
there.
the
What a
world see.
Not
bundle
the bundle
bays.
bay though.
he said
Dude out here
bundles, and I
buying
was
Hey,
niggas out
lost.
here
I was
buying
like, a
bundles and
bundle of
wigs and shit.
what?
I'm gonna call my
But
bundle.
Like,
pull
okay,
that
what she
Let me
want to
get
do?
ponytail
My
my
around.
hair?
hair
How
did.
far?
She can get her
Pull,
hair did before she get flued out.
look. Bon don't know nothing about no bundles.
She grew that. That's what you get with being a what you call it,
A
a
delightful
hybrid, a
hybrid.
delightful
A
hybrid.
delightful hybrid.
She got that
Yes.
like a equestrian.
Right.
Oh, that
The
just makes me
delightful
sound like a
hybrid.
horse. Wait, what?
No, that would be the person riding the horse.
Oh, thank you, darling.
A delightful hybrid.
The person riding the horse is the equestrian, right?
That sound
Yeah.
like a hey, but why you bullshitting? That sound like a mean ass bundle though. Delightful hybrid.
Hey,
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 you
we
can spell that.
copyrighting. We
Get the
copyrighting
scissors.
over
Look,
here.
we're gonna
Get
start.
the
No, stay away
scissors
from me with the
now.
damn
Get
scissors.
the scissors now.
Get them goddamn scissors away from me.
I don't even want a pair in my house.
You
Like,
ain't never got to worry about
cutting
paying the rent with
nothing.
no hair like that, man.
I pay my own rent. Thank
You ain't
you.
got to worry about it. You got
Thank
it in your head.
you.
Not selling it.
She
This
said
is
she
not
don't
for
need
sale.
a dinner
Shout out.
daddy,
I don't.
but
Shout
you
out
can
to the
be
bundle
daddy
bays
after
out there in the world. All the bundle bays.
Yes.
Shout out to y'all.
dinner.
They be buying their hand, then don't be getting none too. They get their hair fixed and stop asking for. That's crazy.
That's what cracked me up about the women in the chat earlier that were like, I spent this money on my hair and I spent that money on my nails. And I'm like, I
Nah.
shampooed this and went out the door, but okay.
I know a lot of girls that call guys for all of
Slight
those
flex.
things. They got them saved in their
Mhm.
phone as that. They got them saved.
Terrible. Terrible.
I've literally seen a girl get up here in the morning after she spent the whole night with me, and then she say, "Be quiet," and she called a dude. Hey, you said you was gonna get my hair done, right? I'm ready. It costs this much. Can you send it to me? And he cash out.
Cash app.
Look, I told you who run Bon house.
Leave me alone.
Oh, the little
That's-
guy.
That's who run her house.
I thought you was calling a grown man a 5-year-old. You literally meant the 5-year-old.
Oh yeah. I'm dead ass.
This guy.
Oh, so the
Man.
avatar means your picture. When you say what's an avatar?
Oh, I,
Oh yeah.
I
Any
don't
any
know
little
what
boy,
picture
any
you
little
want.
boy that run around the house with no shirt on is running shit.
You hear me?
I'm lucky to get him to keep his underwear on. This child
Mind
was,
that all the noise
I'm
in the
gonna
background.
drop
My
him
mama
off
would
at
have
a
threw a
hippie
shoe at me
compound
by
one
now.
day.
Nigga. When I grew up, my mom she'd have took that heel off and turned across the room. I'm on the phone.
You
Look,
forgot
he is
you're dealing
living
with
his,
a delightful
I'm
hybrid.
on the phone. My mama
he is
would've took
living
a
his
shoe at me.
best life. I'm just the checkbook.
My mama took that
You
heel
are
off.
dealing with a
Threw it like
delightful
a
hybrid.
boomerang. I'm on the
We're
phone.
gonna make that my tagline. So every time I enter the chat from now on, I want it to be like the
Look.
sirens and then delightful hybrid at the screen.
Man, like you don't even push the bar in there no more. It's delightful hybrid.
Oh god.
Delightful
I've had so many
hybrid.
nicknames in these few little
That is a winner.
lives.
I like
Delightful hybrid
I
on
guess you could
satellite
be
2. Delightful
somewhat
hybrid on
delightful
satellite 2.
that. He got that radio voice too. Yeah, you know.
I love it.
Somewhat delightful hybrid.
Oh, it had to be somewhat.
Oh, wow. King said
I
he was
think that
coming back.
offended you more than me.
Oh, I was like, somewhat.
Aw.
Look, O got offended too. He was
never
like,
been-
I don't want to be
he never been
somewhat.
somewhat
nothing.
But like ever since I don't know what his name is, no offense to that man. But
King,
ever
that's
since
King.
he said that, okay, King, I'm sorry. I'm not calling him that. Wait a minute, what?
That's his name. He gave us his
You ain't gotta call
platform.
him
You better
your
address him
king.
like that. He gave us his platform. Dog. He sent the traffic over here. He showed love.
But when
we
he
gonna call him
said
King
that,
around here.
I promise you, every time I talk to Chad, he brings it up. That man called you somewhat. Like, oh my God, I know. It's okay. Let it happen.
Watch. What's the
Look,
next
you
time
can
you talk
be-
to somebody? They like, your channel somewhat popping.
Don't come for the bundle princesses.
You need to all the way get the fuck out of my face.
I never wore a wig or a bundle, but some women are high maintenance and date men who are as well. She
Watch,
say, don't
I
come for the
somewhat
bundle
fuck with
princess.
you.
Look,
You so
Yeah.
and then see my response. I get disrespectful after that. You somewhat a half-ass nigga.
Hey y'all, look
Like,
what Jen said.
don't come. Why you? Well, see you being disrespectful. Why you
I
being
ain't listening to me.
disrespectful to me like that?
okay.
Look what Jen said.
Look, don't come for the bundle princesses.
The bundle
Look,
princess.
and Jen knows she got a head full of hair. Talking about some bundle princesses.
She ain't never had to wear them either.
That's right.
What's this, mommy?
Might as well let him get the mic.
What they say on that movie? I want a Turbo Man.
No, he wants to show you guys his race.
Oh,
Paw
what is that?
Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. Yep.
Paw Patrol gang.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend and her boyfriend got that for him for Christmas, and we just did our like friend group gift exchange last night. So I had to take it in the car with me to the grocery store earlier, and he had to take it to grandma's house. And
Man, you allow
God
that shit.
help me when I was getting the groceries out of the car, I forgot to get his car, and he was like, "Mom, my race car."
That must be your first child, because you don't treat the second child like that. The second baby don't get all that.
Now
Don't get to
look,
get away with
this
murder
why
like
she
that.
said she want polyamory, because she can't commit to another man because she committed to that one.
I am committed to that one. These are facts. That's my full-time man, so I only have time for part-time men.
You see what I'm
That's a lot of
saying?
pressure for a kid.
No.
She said, "Look, you got to pick a number now. Yeah, look.
No,
did you
here's
pull a number
what.
when you walked to the door?
I have
Did
a
you pull a
full-time
number?
child and I have a full-time job. If you want to be, the man that I'm seeing, you need to accept that your position is part-time.
You got to pick a number.
Statistics show and studies have also concluded that son husbands
that think like
are
you.
a form of child abuse. Son husbands are for its form of
I
child
don't
abuse.
even want to live with you.
This messes up the kids in the long run. They don't know how to commit to another man because they committed to another woman because they committed to their mama. You saw this.
Well, I hope to God he commits to another woman one day. But
he said he'd never get married as long as his mama was alive. This is something that they say. You raise him to be your husband.
That's crazy. I never heard that.
You're calling him a man already right now, so he's going to be the man of the house, and in a sense, he's going to think he's your man
and live his life. I really do. But right now, while he's little, and especially because considering his father's not super present, I feel like I owe him the bulk of my time.
So what happens if you're 50 and he's on a date? I don't know how old you are, and he's on a date. And he's like, Mom, I'm on a date. He's like, I need you right now. Would you prioritize your needs over your son's needs with the woman that he's trying to pursue?
Wait, I'm confused. You said if he's on a date and calls me and says,
I need
Mom,
you right now to come home. Would you prioritize your needs over your son's needs as far as him pursuing another woman?
Is it an emergency when I make this phone call?
Don't matter. That's his woman. He out of your house. He grown.
Oh, if he's out of my house and he's grown, then I'm an adult. I can take care of my own shit. But if he lives at home and he's on a date and the house is on fire, I'm gonna call him and be like, "Hey, our shit's burning up."
Why would you call the fire department?
I mean, I would call them first. Obviously, I felt like that went without saying.
I don't know.
This is interesting. I see where you're going with this.
I see this happening a lot.
That's why I said
with
if he
single
lives
women
here
with
and there's
kids,
an emergency,
especially
like
when they got one
course,
son. When it's like a woman and one son, they always got this. My son Aiden is my king, and like
you always use that. Aiden.
Oh no, he's not the king.
Name Aiden go kill you.
It's like all they kids, they all name him Aiden. All they little ones is Aiden. Single mothers name all their kids Aiden. To me, that's all I hear.
Get killed by
Jen asked the interesting question.
Little Aiden. Yeah.
What's the question?
Curious question.
Essentially, or he can have you whenever, however, and never open his wallet because you're poly and have a job. Here's what I agree with what that one guy said, that he had put the comment in the chat earlier. Whoever invites the person on the date should pay for the date. So if you ask me out, you pay. If I invite you somewhere, I'm going to take care of it. But I don't expect a guy to pay my bills or anything like that, because I consider my private life private, and I'm not seeking someone to pay my bills. If I were to enter into a more structured relationship, I would want it to function more as a partnership, not one person being more responsible for things than the other.
Is
That's
that the
real
norm?
shit. That's how,
Do
and
most
that's how.
women think like
Hell
that?
no, that ain't the norm, but that's how it should be.
Right.
It- It's like it's like if we
There shouldn't be
if we
too much
both
to
paying
ask.
$1,000 worth of rent. If you live by yourself, you pay $1,000. I live by myself, I pay $1,000. We come together, and I'm still paying $1,000, and you're paying nothing. What are you doing with the $1,000 I saved you a month to help benefit me? If there's nothing, get the fuck out of here. Like it doesn't make sense. Like that's a bad business deal.
I feel
Right.
like fully
That's
functioning
a
adults,
bad
like if
business
we
deal, bro.
share a
Like you know
home,
what I'm
we
saying?
should share the responsibilities of said home.
Exactly, bro. Even
Now,
if I take care of the rent, you need to be doing something with the money I'm saving you that's gonna build us some type of generational foundation, like you know what I'm saying, so we can keep going forward. Like if you're just going out and
I
you
mean,
taking trips with the money and doing all this shit that I don't see no benefit from, I'm a goofy if I continue to be in that situation. And I'm taking the L. That's a bad business. That's a bad business deal. I would never tell somebody
well,
to do that
like,
shit.
you know, and here's the
And
thing
women
is,
wouldn't tell their sons to do that shit. So why
if
would
I
you expect
can't
the man to
afford
do
what he can afford, if I have a man and he says, I want us to live together and I want us to live in this apartment that costs XYZ dollars. And let's say that that particular apartment, even in a 50-50 situation, it's out of my price range. Why not come at it from okay, if this is where you want us to live, then you take care of the house. I got the groceries and the light bill. Like come up with something so that everybody's contributing. I don't feel like one adult should like solely be responsible for the other adult. That's not fair. If we're both in here together and we're both bringing in money, then that money needs to be going towards the functionality of the house one way or another.
Because otherwise, she coming in with a $1,200
No,
purse every
Jen, I
week.
don't knock it. I don't knock it. I just think for women to act like it's a norm for a man to do that. Like you can't bring up your granddaddy did with your grandmama. Like back then, your grandmama probably couldn't even get a fucking job, so he was the only one working. So of course he paid all the bills, and of course she was at home with your mama and them raising them and doing all that shit. But half these women in this generation don't even have the skills their grandmamas had. Motherfuckers ain't
Facts.
seen don't know how to iron no clothes and do all that. I done sat there and seen my grandma she'll wash the clothes, fold the clothes, iron the clothes, set up and
Yeah.
have everything set up. Y'all want to complain
Tell,
about having to come home and
tell a
cook some
woman,
damn food.
tell a woman in today's world to pass me a recipe that she made.
hmm.
Give me a
Man,
recipe.
look, man, if you can
All
make
our
a
grandmamas
goddamn
had
pound cake, if
recipes.
you can make a pound
How to
cake from
make
scratch, that'll get you
sweet
a long
potato
way with me.
recipe.
Shit, at least
Everybody grandmama had a cold
a
sweet
recipe
potato
book.
recipe that nobody that everybody was waiting on that sweet potato
Fact.
pie, man. That grandma made. Man,
I
that,
I
that
watched
gumbo.
Especially
I
you from
watched
the
It's
my
only
especially you
one
from the
grandparents.
south.
it's only one lady potato salad I'ma eat, and that's my auntie. If my auntie ain't made the potato salad, I don't know what she do to it, but she got a recipe for that. And I hope she passed it to me.
You say that joint
And
handed
please,
down, handed
tell
down,
you, I
handed
won't
down.
eat a potato salad on earth if it didn't come out of that lady kitchen. It ain't a
Look,
potato salad I'm eat. I want that.
but see, I got to witness my grandparents be innovative. Like they were down for each other. I've seen grandma work a job, not have to work at all. It was dependent on the situation, what was needed at the time.
Right.
And that's the way their relationship worked. You know what I'm saying? If his kids needed to come stay with them, because they didn't have kids together, they had kids from previous marriages. And my grandpa had like 9 kids from his previous marriage.
Oh my.
You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? And then my grandma had my mom and my uncle. And so whenever his kids was going through something and they needed a place to stay, she opened up the doors to them. I think all of his kids at some point in time stayed with them. You know what I'm saying? And I even stayed with my grandparents at one point in time. So they was the whatever needs to happen is about to happen couple.
Mhm.
Grandpa need a side job, he getting a side job. Grandma need to get a side job, she getting a side job. Whatever the situation called for, whatever we need to do to make ends meet and keep things going long, hard, and strong, that's what they did.
So,
And that's not what I'm used to seeing, even in people's descriptions of old school love. They're used to their grandpa working 1,000,000 hours a day until he died, and grandma stayed home and cooked and cleaned and took care of the kids, and that be all they used to. That wasn't what I grew up with. These motherfuckers did what needed to be done. Eh, eh, Whatever time of the day we need to get up and go to the store together. They own it. You know what I'm saying? My grandpa could wake up at 10 o'clock at night and they in mid sleeping. Oh, I'm going to Walmart. My grandma, hold on, honey, I'm grabbing my shoes. No arguments, no disagreements. Matter of fact, it was the most disgusting disagreements you would ever see. They would, oh, baby, I said, oh, honey, you know I didn't. And you never seen these folks raise their voice at each other. Everything they did was from a place of passion and understanding. It was the most beautiful shit you could ever wish to witness in your life. And they never had to disagree about anything. This what needs to be done. Who's doing what? What needs to be done?
See, I have a sinister mind because I believe you. I just in my head it was like that until y'all left and then he drop kicked her in the back of both of them kneecaps.
Wow. Why? Like, why did you have to ruin it?
I mean, because I do think I do think that the idea of that is amazing. I just truly find it hard to believe that people maintain that. You can do that in public because like my children
That's what I'm about to say.
have
They probably
never
argued
seen
in private.
my
You know what
children
I'm
have
saying?
never seen and I have 3 kids with 2 separate women and none of my kids have ever seen me raise my voice at their mother. But I promise you this, when they took their ass to daycare, hey, so you remember that shit you said last night? You know, that I guess that's probably just me or my sinister mind. It's just I just have a hard time thinking that people do always do that. Because I mean, and I think even that's healthy. Because sometimes you do got to get it out. Like sometimes y'all do got to bump heads, man. You just have to at some
I
point.
would like to be able to imagine it, and I'm a very forward thinking person, and I cannot visualize my grandpa going there. Like
No,
Yeah,
I
it
am
I
says
just
from
never
helping you
visualizing
seen
pay
him
him
you the
break
waiting
roommate.
character.
If
outside
I'm
the
paying all
door
the bills,
And,
you
for
my
the
child.
they were married my entire life. I'm 33. They were married my entire 33 years, and they got married like 4 or 5 years before I was born. So we talking 37, 38 years that they held this long and strong, and I never seen them break character, not once. I never seen them break character. And I lived in a household for like 12 years, 13 years. Never once seen them break character. I
She
never
said,
once seen my grandpa fix his own plate and my grandma complain about it.
Right.
Not one time.
Ever.
I
In the
never
home.
seen them
It's
break
that country
character.
love, boy.
That's a
That's
cold
that.
act right there. That's a cold act.
I've seen women and men who ain't even like they relationship to the point where they not really like in love no more. But every day at 5:30 in the morning, she washing all the laundry. Still. She's still washing all the laundry. She's still putting a meal on that table and still fixing his plate. Even if they ain't even sleeping in the same room. I witnessed this growing up. In today's world, no. Now look at Jen. She say he a roommate. If she doing anything, she say she's not
That's
a
what I'm saying.
construction
And if I'm
worker.
paying all the bills, you my child. So when I
She
have
say she
another
is
broad
not.
come over, put your ass in the room and be quiet. I come join it.
She say she's not a
You can't expect me
construction
to be faithful.
worker.
You can't
She
expect me
don't
to be
help
faithful.
nobody
You're not.
build
You definitely.
nothing.
You're not getting monogamy out of somebody who paying all the bills. That's just whack. That's just dead. Fuck out of here.
wow.
I
Fuck out
mean,
of here.
this is a
So
Fuck
far,
out of
Jen
here.
conversation
say
about
she's
Not
not a
gonna happen.
financial
construction
levels, though.
worker and she ain't paying. She ain't going in her purse. She ain't helping you build shit, and she ain't paying nothing on the bills.
Oh, it's whoops.
You're
But
my child,
Jen is
right?
also an anomaly
That's what
now.
kids do, right?
Yeah,
That's
But when
kids.
you
Right?
but look,
You're your
Jen,
child.
she can say
I'm just
stuff
saying.
like that, and Jen is the type of woman that when you see her, she might be able to get that type of deal because she's more of an
Fact.
anomaly and not the norm. They ain't women by
Man,
the
Beyonce
droves
got
out
cheated
here
on.
with the options that Jen have.
Beyonce got cheated on.
Yeah, she did. She stayed
Beyonce
right
got
there.
cheated on, bro.
Yeah, she
I'm
stayed
gonna
her
say
but
ass
this.
right
but
there and kept her
Beyonce
see,
mouth
got
shut.
cheated on.
that's what
Halle
She
I
kept
was
her
Berry
saying
got
mouth
cheated
shut
about.
about
on.
it. She
Halle
stayed
Berry
That's
got cheated
that's
on
what I'm saying
multiple
about
fucking
different
times, bro.
financial
Come on.
levels, though.
Yeah, it don't
Different
matter, bro.
financial levels breed different types of
Yeah,
relationships.
you can't
Because
compare
Facts.
average women to rich
a
women.
man who can pay his rent up
Yeah.
for a full year and not have no qualms about it, that man has different expectations for his woman. It's not gonna be for her to be 50-50 on anything. And for a woman to come to
What's
the plate
that?
saying, well,
The helicopter.
besides sex,
It's whoops.
besides cooking, I
It,
bring to the table the ability to help you grow your business. Well, you're not looking at Elon Musk. Elon Musk's not looking at you to help him grow his business. He gonna have particular expectations in his relationships that ain't got nothing to do with sex and you helping him build his company.
That's what
More
that's what Jen
realistically, the
talking
man
about.
just want peace. The man just wants you to be cooperative. The man wants you to be able to follow some instructions.
Right, and that's what Jen talking about. She in a whole nother league. She over here. She playing in a whole nother level. It's different for her over there. But it's just bad advice for most women to think that they can be like Jen and expect the world to respond to them that way. And we gotta talk to the
Yeah.
majority. Y'all not gonna get these outcomes that she getting. She could talk like that and still get what she want, and she probably gonna get what she want. She do get what she want, and she ain't looking for no man to have to do nothing. But most
So
of these girls that's trying to have a man, if you want a man and you are in the average pool genetically, financially, just in life, how life rank you, then you gotta understand certain things. And
so
many
let
men
me
want something in return for what they doing for you. And they want specific shit. And men with value, because we go to church, we have access, we control access to all types of relationships, whether it be marriage or anything else, then we're gonna get what we want if we are the real value, if we have value. If we had not value to you, but if we're valuable to our communities, if we're valuable to the people around us, if we're valuable to this fucking world, we're gonna have what we want in a woman. Now you can be who you want and do what you want and say what you want, and that's fine. I'll respect you, and you can be over there with that. But I'm gonna get what I want. If I gotta spend the rest of my life with it and sleep unconscious next to it, if I gotta sleep unconscious next to something, I gotta trust her, and she's got to be everything that I want. Well, I can't close my eyes next to you because you. This is not. This shouldn't be
so
this hard to understand.
so here's a question I pose, because you mentioned speaking to the general public, like the average man,
The majority.
the majority, right? So if we're talking about a man who's a bus driver or a teacher or a firefighter or police officer or something, this man is probably making somewhere at best, we'd say what, in the 50,000 a year range, maybe 60 if he on a high end, something like
Right there.
that.
We can keep it in that pocket.
That sound about right, 50, 60,000. So would wouldn't we say that he doesn't qualify for a type of relationship in which you guys are speaking on? So he's going to be in a situation where he's basically forced into a monogamous relationship.
See, this is the thing. If you focus, this is the thing. Like everybody
Yep.
wants to focus on the best, and the top scenario. And we're all not gonna get the top scenario. I think it's time for people to get out here and start getting the deal that you want out of life. Just go make a deal with somebody and be happy, man. Don't be unapologetic about what you want out of life and get somebody that's unapologetic about what they want out of life, and y'all make an arrangement. This is what I want. Can you do these things? And she's gonna say, I can do these if you do these things. And y'all make a deal. As a result of y'all getting that, y'all are gonna be happy, man. And stop letting the rest of the world tell you how to live your life. That's
And
the
and
whole thing.
and,
That's
and
what polyamory is like the example of people. There's a group of people that's not letting the world define their happiness. They're going to get what they want out of life because we only get one of these. And you want to live it the way you want to live it, not the way the world tell you to live it. You're not being honest with yourself if you're going out there trying to pattern your life behind what societal norms say you should do with it. Go get what you want. People don't really become free until they are free of all these things that the world impresses on us. You're not free because you got a lot of money. You're not free because you're not in jail. If you go into a job and you got a ball and chain on you at home, you are a prisoner. You're not free. You need to go out and get what you want out of life and get a good understanding to make an arrangement with somebody and just go be happy. Because we talk about high value on this side and we talk about how women should submit to this, but most people are just average people, man. Everybody don't meet these goals to even request these things out of the next person. Dudes
Right.
that's not high value can't sit up there and say that they're gonna get one of these women that want a hypergamous relationship. Like it ain't gonna work. because you're not
Click
that.
on Jen's homosexual comment.
There we go.
Homosexual.
FYI,
The
I've dealt with
homosexual.
and cleaned up the homosexual. Help
Okay.
me build
Before
a
you
bear.
go into it,
Help
what
me
was you
build a
gonna say,
bear.
Watts?
Never worth it. A frame of mind is a frame of mind, and they are like children who need a mama. Part two, the build a bear man, the homosexual is what she called it. That's funny.
What was you gonna say,
That's
Watts?
funny.
So
No, I
much
mean
vocabulary today.
it just to me, it just like what we were just talking about, the man that makes 50, 60, 50 or 60 a year, you know what I'm saying? He's not in a position. If we're talking about the norm, the everyday man, when you come across the everyday man, this man is only in a position, if we're going to keep it a being, this man is only in a position to be able to maintain one relationship.
Hmm.
He's not in no position to be demand this shit. He gonna get what he want be just based on numbers alone. But he really is out looking for a deal. That type of guy is okay to accept a woman who is a little bit overweight and not the BMI body type, who or may have no job to making very little income, 20,000. She may pull in that. He's okay with accepting that because she gonna cook every night. She may wear the bonnet at night. He'll take that. He'll accept a deal because he's a deal. He ain't everything that the woman that would want whatever, that would demand whatever she wants. He's not that. She is gonna get one of those high value men that's in value to not only himself but his community. When you got guys out here where he got a staff of thousands of people that depend on him, and his whole entire family looks at him for direction, and he has kids that can't live without his direction. And these are valuable men. High value means value to not just that woman, but the world depends on your existence for it to thrive. The economy depends on your inspire, your insert, your what you're doing. These guys can have their way. They can go out and get a woman that don't know how to cook, long as she pretty and shut the fuck up. He can go get that, and then he can hire everything else. I'll pay somebody to cook. I'll pay a maid to clean. As long as you look pretty when my clients is over and my business partners is over, you're gonna put on that red dress and help me close this deal. That guy can have that type of woman. That's the hypergamous, high value relationship. The average guy is making a deal with an average woman on things that are important to them. That's how you find happiness. When you try to structure yourself, if you're a underachieving male and an underachieving woman, you really are the definitions of somebody trying to live above their means. And then you're going to be upset when you realize why your relationship ain't working, because you try to paint a picture of a fantasy that don't exist. Just be honest with who you are. This is where I am right now in life. I'm a little overweight. I can't say nothing about her. I'm only making an average income. I can only afford to do this. And you go get you a deal with a woman that's okay. That's all you got. Well, I ain't trying to do too much for myself either. I wear my bonnet most of the time. I ain't trying to get my hair fixed all over. I don't like going to the gym, but I can cook some collard greens. I got you on that. And I do like doing laundry because it's soothing. Go get you a deal. Okay, I drive buses and you do laundry good and you make good collard greens. That's a deal. Let's make that. We're going to go through life not expecting more out the next, because we accept for where we is, and those people going to be happy. They
Do
going
me a
to make
favor.
them kids.
Do
What's
do
that?
me a favor. Grab a towel, wipe your forehead, preacher O.
Oh, pass the collection plate around the back, man. Get around the back. Get the plate around the back, man. Y'all go ahead and donate, man. We got Venmo. We got motherfucking me Cash App help, but I'd rather y'all use my Venmo and my PayPal. Cash App got me on timeout right now. They don't like me. But y'all gonna put something in the collection plate, man. I'm done.
The commonality between all of the successful relationships described, no matter the various levels of income and all of the different interests and desires that people have, is your ability to have compassion, understanding, and decency. All of the successful relationships that you are going to describe, whether monogamous or polyamorous or non-ethical monogamy, whatever you describe, and if you're looking at a successful relationship, it's gonna have those three components. You gonna need some understanding. You gonna need some compassion, and you gonna need to be a decent person. It's very simple. It ain't nothing more exotic and extravagant than that. We can dress it up with all the words that we want to, but at the end of the day, that's what you're left with when it comes to a successful relationship.
I don't disagree with anything y'all are saying. I really just wanted to ask the question because I mean, there are a lot of people who are sitting in an average income, and that's I honestly think that's where that mindset for this is my person, I'm her person, that individual thing, that monogamous thing, because you really can't balance all of that. If you got a dude that's if you're in that financial bracket, the reality is you're spending probably about 40 plus hours at work. You probably working your ass off to try and get some overtime, right? So you working 40 plus hours a week, then you get off, you got to spend at least if we on the low end, we're gonna say what, an hour, maybe 2 hours with your shorty when you get off. So now you only get the only time you got left for real is maybe doing homework with the kids if you got any and taking your ass to bed. So who's balancing two women in that kind of situation? And that's
Yeah.
why I was asking the question.
Yeah, I don't want people to like get like glossy eyed over like this idea that most people can't handle multiple women. Either be finances ain't really got nothing to do with it, man. Like when you got multiple women, if you any type of producer as a man anyway, you can find a way to produce that situation like that. That don't got nothing to do with it. But it definitely is a requirement, and it's a necessity to live. But most people, men, should not be out here trying to. Kevin Samuels got a suit on. I'm gonna put one on, even though I drive a bus every day, like you said, and I'm gonna expect the things that he expect out of women. And these guys got multiple women. I can do this, and you can't. That's why I say you need to be honest with yourself and get you a deal, because you can't get out here and although as a man, because of the numbers, guys think that they got more power than they do because women outnumber us. So one could pass on you, and then you got more chances to possibly try to make it get done in another woman. And so like they think that they're more than what they are, but then it's that shit ain't sustainable. It all catch up with them. When you're trying to get out of here and manipulate women to be with you, and then you lying to this one to pay this one, and then like all that shit come due at some point because it ain't real and it's not you.
Yeah.
No different than it is you expecting a woman to bow down to you and cook for you and clean for you when you ain't the protector and the provider that you need to be. That ain't gonna work. So you need to be honest and get another woman that's honest, that's not expecting more than what she worth too. And then you make a deal with that girl. You find you somebody and make a deal, hold on to it, and get through life happy. None of us want to be alone, man. The whole thing is for I don't care if you got one or you got multiple, you don't want to be alone. Nobody want to go through this earth not having somebody. We don't want to die alone, man.
Right.
That is a scary fucking thought. Have you ever been to a hospital? If any all these nurses out there, just go talk to a nurse and watch a woman die by herself when nobody coming.
I mean, we act like we forget that when you do something wrong in this country, they
Sad.
put you in a room by yourself. Your
Sad.
punishment is to sit by your damn self. We put you on time out from the world.
Right. Right.
That's your punishment.
And that's the worst feeling in the fucking world. Like, can you
Be
imagine
alone.
if you
Be alone with yourself and
the
your own
biggest
thoughts.
criminals in the world have done the most egregious things, right? And their punishment is to be alone.
Be alone. Sit in the
That's
room
their
by yourself.
punishment. So what do you think you're doing when you're going through life and you dying with nobody by your bedside? Do you know how hard it is to open a pickle jar at 60? You ain't even thinking about this. Do you know how hard it is to get in and out the tub at 70?
Man.
Come on, I had to go set up a thing in my mama back my tub the other day.
Yeah.
With the bench and the thing and the thing on the side and
handle.
Come on, man.
Look, my ex, her grandpa was pretty well to do, and one of his final things that he did with his money was paid. I think it was like $60K a year for his personal care provider because his wife had passed.
That's another
He
thing.
paid
Getting old is
60K
more
a year for
expensive
like
than
5
being young.
years straight.
You think you paying money on hair and nails? Wait till you get old and you got to pay for them pills, and you got to
Pay for somebody to wipe your ass.
Yeah, somebody to feed you. I had one of the most enlightening conversations of my life in Boston with this old white man sitting inside one of them Taco Bell KFC mixes. He's sitting in there.
It was the mix, not to be confused with a regular Taco Bell or a
this
regular
one when
KFC.
they had the
it was
Pizza Hut in
both
there.
of them.
They had the Pizza Hut, the
That
KFC.
distinction
It was a
matters.
combination. I don't know how they made
It
the
was
clean
both
food
of
out of 3 different concepts. But anyway, in one of these places, right? And I walk in the
chicken
building.
wing and breadsticks, y'all.
I look around the place because I like to scan the room. And this old wrinkly white man, he like, come here. And he sat me down, man. And he said, I see you staring at my wife. And I'm like, who? Her? His wife was being fed by a caretaker. And that was him and his wife going on a date. He was like 76 and she was like 74. And he tried to threaten me being funny, but then he set me down. It gave me so much game, man. He looked at this woman like she was the most important thing in the world to him because they know that they're on the back end of life. And what they do got is each other. They got each other. They not gonna die alone. They was on a little Taco Bell date, and the lady was feeding the mashed potatoes to his wife. I think there was they bought the KFC food, and she had the little mashed potato. And she was trying to eat, and she was shaking, and he was in love with this woman, man. At the end of the day, man, that is the goal for you. Find you somebody to make a deal with and get old with, so somebody
gonna
gonna
put up with you and your shit.
Oh shit.
The concept of that is wild as fuck. Like you walk in there and be like, "Let me get 4 Locos tacos and a side of mashed potatoes." Like that is wild as fuck.
Yeah, they got a KFC Taco Bell combo place. Yeah, they got one with Pizza Hut and something. It's weird.
No, they got pizza. They got Pizza Hut and KFC down the block from where I mean, not down the block,
you know about
right
it.
around the way. Yeah. That concept is weird.
You can get a large
All come out the same
pepperoni
kitchen.
and a biscuit.
All come out the same kitchen.
We're discussing this like it's exclusive.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we went from Ruth Chris to the Pizza Hut KFC combo.
Look at the age bracket. When you 76, KFC Taco Bell.
It sounds real good.
It sounds real.
You used to want 500 spent on you at Ruth Chris, but now you will settle for them breadsticks.
Yeah, you know your date at 76 is at 2:30 around lunchtime for most people. They was on a date. they ain't gonna be in the bed by
Somebody tell me y'all know what the KFC buffet look like.
Oh shit!
No,
bro, no.
Somebody tell me y'all know the KFC buffet.
Oh yes, and it's very
Ain't what? Didn't that joint hit that KFC buffet?
That sound like it come with hepatitis.
No.
What? You didn't enjoy the KFC buffet?
Because by the time you get to the bottom of the pan, the chicken that's in the bottom of the pan is like dry as hell.
See, I knew this girl that worked at KFC. That's why I never eat pan.
That's at any buffet.
Yeah, but you know that
take food from the fresh pan.
That's
at any buffet.
I haven't been to it. I haven't been to a buffet since like 2010. So
what?
That chicken on them
if
strips
you
at
ever at
KFC,
a
that's
buffet,
old chicken.
only take from the fresh pan.
He say they recycle the old chicken and make it chicken strips and dump it in sauce.
I like
she had to quit after that
combo
because the chicken strips ain't fresh chicken; it's old chicken dumped in sauce.
They use
their salmonella
meat
strip.
glue.
I'm out. You can't play with no chicken.
They use meat glue.
I'm out. Oh,
no, acceptable.
I'm out. Shout out to KFC for sponsoring the channel. Shout out to KFC. You did.
Hey, if they sponsor, y'all make sure y'all send a bucket next time if y'all gonna sponsor.
I ain't gonna hold you. That original recipe used to hit before I do better.
Man. I used to hate when motherfuckers go get that order of crispy.
Nigga, why you going to KFC for the crispy? We could have went to Popeyes for that. You go to KFC for the original recipe, man.
See, I don't like that chicken. I like
from the Colonel.
I like the crispy chicken. That's why I
You
do
like
take
the
my ass to
crispy?
That's
Take
why I
your
take
ass
my ass to Popeyes.
churches.
Watts, where you at, man? What
Popeyes
city is
some
you
I'm
in?
in VA. I'm in the 7-5, man.
Okay, that's
Uptown
what's
News, man.
wrong with you.
My
What you
boy thought you
mean?
was in Dallas because you said something about
Hey,
Dallas, and
I
he
got
thought you was in
What
Dallas.
you
But
mean?
he be coming out here though. Why
I
say he
do.
in
I'm
Texas?
gonna be out there in January when I take my daughter back.
I come fuck with him.
Man, you know we grew up on Michael Watts, so that's why every time I see your name, I get excited.
Yeah, I
No,
thought
yeah,
that the
yeah,
first
for
time I
sure.
seen it.
I do.
Man,
I know a little bit. It's just that the chopped and screwed music, it's a little different for me. I ain't grew up
You
on
can
that
hear me
like y'all
playing
did.
that on my late
I ain't
live.
grew up on that
That's
like y'all.
all I
You know what I'm
play. I
saying?
play it all slowed and
thought I was
throat.
having a stroke the first time I heard chopped and screwed music.
Chopped and slapped, slowed and throat, chopped and
Oh, I'm
screwed.
That shit different.
well, man, we done rocked out for 3 hours straight, man. It's been a lot. It's
This
been
was
a
a good
nice
show,
run.
man. What
It-
Jen say
it-
about the combo?
it- it's
I
time
like
to
to
close
talk
the doors
on
to the
this
church.
combo and Rooster.
And look, Jen
Large
really rocked
pepperoni
out
and a
with us tonight.
biscuit.
Hey
Hey,
man,
Lord.
I'm not gonna cat Roos. I ain't really ain't the biggest fan of Roos, but I fuck with Saltgrass though.
Yeah,
That ain't the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
That ain't the same. That ain't not
It's
the
not
same.
it's not the
Hey,
same,
No,
hey,
that
but
ain't.
I fuck with
Saltgrass,
Saltgrass.
they
I'm a
green
simple
beans is something special.
I'm a simple dude, you know what I'm saying? Give me a steak and a baked potato. I'm
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. You the type of nigga
I'm
drink out of
cool.
plastic cups.
You
Yeah,
red
that's
solo
Sawgrass.
cup. You goddamn right.
Fuck no.
You goddamn right.
You can't
Not the
bring that shit in
red
my house.
solo cup. He said,
I
"Don't give me this blue ass solo cup.
You're not
Get
finna
shit
bring
out
me a
my
Nah,
beer
I
solo
like.
face."
I
cup
mean,
in my house.
but for real, I do like. I double cup styrofoam cups. I got my own custom
H-Town.
made. I got my own custom made styrofoam cups. I'm waiting for them to come in the mail right now.
Send me some. You know, we do double cups out here.
Man,
hmm That's how I do. Honestly.
You can send me some cups. I'll put them on.
Oh, word, I definitely do that.
Set them up here somewhere.
I
Bon
definitely do
send me some of them bundles you got growing over there.
that.
How long it take you to grow another one?
that
How long?
delightful hybrid bundle.
How long it take you to grow another one? I
You
want
know
the
what I'm
next. I
saying?
want the next yield. Let me get.
Send me
Let me
some
get
of
the
that delightful
second.
hybrid bundle.
Let me get
Somewhat
the
delightful
second.
bundle.
The somewhat delightful bundle.
The
I almost
somewhat.
messed up in there. The
The
somewhat delightful
delightful.
bundle.
I thought it
I
was
need
the
two. I need an
delightful
order of two
hybrid
delightful bundles.
Now what was her name again? Delightful what?
Delightful
Somewhat,
hybrid.
Hybrid. There we go.
somewhat
delightful
delightful hybrid.
We coined some phrases tonight.
That's disrespectful.
We got
That's
Somewhat.
disrespectful.
Somewhat.
Let's
Well, you
go
better
over it.
get your ass up my face, should have, bro.
I'm
No,
glad
bro.
somebody thought.
That's elbow action, Watts. You got to come from here with it.
Yo, might scuff a motherfucker's shoe on purpose for that.
Oh, speaking of elbow action, Watts, who won the debate on the greatest wrestler of all times? You know, I got Ric Flair.
It was definitely a lot of
Ultimate
people.
Warrior.
It was
Who had a
definitely lot of
Royal
people.
Rumble like Ric Flair, who he knocked out? He came in early and ran through everybody. He
Now,
ran through
My
everybody.
answer
when
was Mick
they
Foley.
hold him over there on the
Mick
other
Foley,
league,
Cactus Jack, he was
and
8
he
different
came on
people.
over to
Mick
WWE,
Foley,
and he got
Cactus
in that
Jack,
ring, and he came
Mankind,
in third on the Royal Rumble and
Dude
ran through
Love.
everybody. He ran through the whole gauntlet. Ain't
What-
nobody ever had a Royal
Mick
Rumble
Foley
like
was like 4 different people, wasn't he?
the
Five?
kid stealing,
That's why I said he was one of my
high-flying,
favorites.
Rolex wearing. Come on, man. The
Slick
pimp, the
Rick.
only
He had
pimp that was
Socko.
on. Ric
Socko.
Flair was a
Yep.
pimp, man. Oh man, I love that.
Hey man, them Nature Boy robes is still my shit.
Nature boy.
Them Nature Boy
Ric
robes is
Flair.
still my shit. Not gonna cap.
Woo!
I used to love that Italian nigga. What was his name?
My
Razor
boy
Ramon.
said,
Razor
Andre,
Ramon with the
Razor-
toothpick.
what was the
He
one?
pull it out and
Beware,
flick it at
Coco
you, yeah.
Beware. Coco Beware. What about him?
you know, his persona was supposed to be Scarface.
Coco.
Razor Ramon, he was supposed to be Scarface. He was supposed to be if Scarface became a wrestler. If he won't pushing weight.
You got Ultimate Warrior, you got Sting, you got Razor Ramon. Man, it went up.
Maybe
Man, look,
Ultimate
man,
Warrior, but
wrestling-
night,
Macho
man.
Nobody
Man,
said
you
Hulk
got-
Hogan. Y'all so disrespectful. Nobody know Hulk
Macho
Hogan.
Man.
Nowhere.
I'm Macho Man.
I mean, you know, Hulk Hogan's an
Golly.
iconic.
you got to go Macho Man or
Golly.
Snake the Snake.
Now,
Yeah, that's
Macho
like naming
Man,
basketball players and not saying Michael Jordan. That is
yeah.
so disrespectful.
Hulk Hogan in there. I had a wrestling buddy.
Hulk
I had a
Hogan came back and had a whole nother era with the NWO shit. Like they just like sent it all up like after
Hey,
the
do you
documentary
know?
shit.
Fun fact: they off. Do you know? Fun fact: they offered offered them grills that George Foreman had to Hulk Hogan first, and he turned them down.
He turned it down.
He
Goof
turned
ass.
down the.
He turned
the
down
grills.
who?
Goof
Turned
ass.
down
The
They was
Foreman
supposed to
grill?
be
Foreman
Hulk
grill.
Hogan
They
Yep.
grill.
offered them grills
Yeah,
to Hulk
I
Hogan.
did
They
see
were
that. I
supposed to
remember
be
hearing
Hulk
that.
Hogan
Foreman.
grill.
Goofy ass.
He
You
fucked
know what?
up on
I'd
that.
have one right now if it was Hulk Hogan grills.
He fucked up on that.
I mean, but you talking about Hulk Hogan? Like when I
He
had
fumbled
people
the shot
naming
at that.
when
Yeah,
I
he
had people
fumbled
naming their
that.
top fives, the other five people that they had in their list, like you can't really be mad at that. Like Hulk Hogan is pretty low, you know what I'm saying? Like you got The Rock, Stone
That's
Cold,
crazy.
you got The Undertaker.
Over Hulk Hogan?
Oh, what? Which
No
which one of them?
fucking
Which
way.
you're putting Hulk Hogan over all three
Thank
of
you,
them?
Jen. Thank you, Jen.
Fuck yeah. When it comes to wrestling,
Oh,
the impact
There's
on
man.
so
wrestling.
many iconic
When
Here we
people
go.
that
Michael
came
Hulk
through
Cole,
Hogan
there.
when Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant, that shit changed wrestling forever. When that
I'm gonna
nigga
say
body
this.
slammed Andre the Giant, that shit changed wrestling forever, bro. Like
I'm gonna say this.
that put wrestling on a
I'm
whole
gonna
different level.
die
Niggas
a
gave a fuck if it
player
was
because of
fake or not.
Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid. Fuck
Sweet
is you
chin
talking
music.
about?
But on the
Sweet
cool
chin
I'm
though,
gonna die a player because of Shawn Michaels.
but on the cool, has anybody done what
Michael
the Undertaker has ever done to wrestling too though? Ain't nobody brought the
Undertaker.
Undertaker up, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Undertaker.
Come on.
But that's probably
Y'all
because he was a
remember?
bad
Y'all
guy for
remember
so
when he?
long.
Y'all remember
You
when he
know what I
broke
mean?
through the ring and when it went all black and he broke through the ring and pulled a nigga through this shit?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He's an
Undertaker was
iconic dude.
Jake
I
the
mean, I guess my
Snake.
top five would be
Niggas be
Undertaker,
like,
Hulk Hogan,
did y'all
Sting,
know?
Lex Luger?
Did y'all know Jake
Y'all
the
didn't
Snake was
want to be
afraid
Lex
of
Road
snakes in
Warriors.
real life?
Y'all never wanted to be Lex Luger.
Nah.
Torture
With,
rack.
with
I
the
definitely
torture rack?
used to hit niggas
You
with
never
the
rack.
what's
the
it called, a
torture
rack.
rack, you a nigga?
Torture
I
rack.
wanted to be
I
Ric
still hit
Flair,
my
man.
son with that to this
I
day. I
wanted to
still
be
hit my
Ric
son with
Flair.
that
Man,
to this
you,
day.
I know you
Definitely
wanted
torture
to
racking the
torture
nigga.
rack, you a
I
nigga.
was Nature Boy. I wanted to be Nature Boy. Did
I was
y'all
Ric Flair for sure. Ric Flair from Minnesota too.
came out
So
So
the
ain't nobody
limos, he had
ain't
the
nobody gonna
Rolex,
bring up Diamond
he had
Dallas
some,
Page.
yeah, with the
And
gators
Man,
on,
ain't nobody gonna bring up DDP.
and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Come on, man.
No, ain't
see,
nobody
yeah,
gonna bring
YouTube.
up DDP.
YouTube flag mines because I played a couple of because that was the one clip that I did play, the Slick Rick, the Ric Flair Slick Rick joint that he was
Yeah.
doing that right there.
Woo!
I played that one, then I played The Rock, and then YouTube flagged my shit, so we had to cut it
The
off.
Rock is cooking. He had his thing too. I ain't like that tongue shit, but yeah, he used to come through with the phrases.
Ain't like
Yeah.
that
Ain't
tongue
nobody
shit.
got
Not the
phrases like that.
eyebrow. I like when he was the people's elbow.
The people's champ, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna bring up John Cena. That's too new school. John Cena.
Fuck
That's too
John
new
Cena.
school.
Now
Fuck
you
you know
John
what I'm
tweaking.
saying? That's
You
too
tweaking.
new. Like
You
That's too new
tweaking.
school.
This nigga want to bring up Brock Lesnar and
Oh
shit.
hell no.
yeah, like,
Kofi Kingston's my favorite wrestler.
I don't know.
Did
I'm
you
like,
say Kofi
I'm from the
Kingston?
age. I'm from the age of flying Brian Pillman and
These
the
the
Road
wrestlers
Warriors and all that
Nigga,
shit.
for
Like, you
real?
know what
All
I'm
these
saying?
the wrestlers I took
Nigga,
my
for
son to
real?
see for when he wanted to go. When my son grew up,
The
I used to
Steiner
take him
brothers.
to
I
and
remember the
he see
Steiner
these
brothers.
guys. All these new guys, I was like, I grew up
Man,
with
And
the
it
then
real
was
wrestlers.
too
when
many.
Scott Steiner
Iconic
came back as
wrestlers.
Big Papa Pump, nigga. Big Papa Pump, Booker T. Like, you
Mhm.
know, that was the last time I was really watching
Yeah,
wrestling.
it turned
Hey,
into
I missed the whole
gymnastics.
John Cena wave.
It turned into
remembers
gymnastics.
that
Yeah.
what's his name? The chocolate nigga. What he call
Mark
himself?
Henry.
Huh? Mark
Mark
Henry.
Henry.
Strongest man in the
The
world.
world's strongest
Man,
man.
yeah, in real life.
In
Yeah,
real
real life.
life?
in real life.
In real life.
That nigga won the awards, yeah.
And man.
Oh, Queen Needed them popped up. Yeah, see, you know what we was talking about. You know what we was talking about. It was plenty of wrestling, but like, yeah, it's like after the 90s, it pretty much died for me. It pretty much died for me, bro. Like,
I went to a wrestling match at I went to a wrestling match at Target Center and seen who was it? It was damn, I can't Hercules. It was Hercules and somebody. They had just fought, but I seen them in the back shaking hands. And once I seen that, I was like, oh man, this shit really is fake.
Brutus
Oh
was
no,
brought up
shit. You talking
beefcake.
about shaking hands. I seen a fake kick when I went to one. I think it was Edge and somebody, and he kicked somebody and they turned around, saw it later, and they doubled over. I was like, oh no, it's fake.
Did y'all bring up Beefcake, the barber? Brutus with them
Nah.
cheers he had?
Oh shit,
I don't
my
even
nigga
remember that. Who the hell is
Bam
that?
Bam Bigelow.
Bam
Yeah,
Bam
them
Bigelow,
scissors.
yeah.
Bam Bam.
He used to
Nigga
cut people
had
hair
on
with
his
them
head
scissors after he beat them. He'll take them big ass shears out and cut your hair.
and cut that shit. Yeah.
All I know is they went too far when they was letting Rikishi sit on niggas' face.
Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
was too
I ain't
much.
like that.
Stinky
They
face.
went
That was
entirely too
disrespectful.
far.
Stinky
too
face.
That
much.
was some disrespect when his fat ass would come.
That was too much.
Nah,
But
that
my
was-
man's
Earthquake and
though, my
typhoon.
I'd have
man's,
been mad after that in the locker room. I think we'd have
See,
fought after that shit. Nigga.
my
We'd
man's
fought
a
real.
Fought
hundred
for
grand.
real. Like,
One of the flyest dudes, Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie
Fought real
Guerrero,
like
Eddie
he's pretty
Ray,
bad
Guerrero.
Ray
in my face.
Man.
Mysterio.
Watch, yo. I wish
Oh,
I could have
yeah.
been on that conversation longer, but I had a team call, man. My bad, man. But
No,
I
you
love
good,
wrestling.
bro. It
Like,
got
love
real.
it, love it. Yeah, the dude with the scissors, that's
Brutus
Brutus
the
the
Barber
Barber
Beefcake.
Beefcake.
Right.
Bruce
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
beefcake.
I don't
Yeah.
even remember who the hell that is.
He had them big
I
old
remember that nigga.
shears.
He
Yeah,
had the
big
big dumb
scissors.
ass scissors.
Them big
Yeah.
ass
He cut
fucking
your
shit.
shit.
I don't remember that.
He used to chop like this and then come cut your hair.
Yeah, Hercules. And then what's that? What's my nigga? Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Oh,
Oh!
Hacksaw.
Oh,
Oh my
the
God.
bushwhackers, all that. Word.
Bushwhacker.
Taking it back.
Look at each other head. That's what I'm saying. That was classic prime time wrestling. NWO I was into it a little bit, but I knew it was fake by then.
I think at some point in time everybody had a real fear of the Undertaker though.
Jimmy Hart.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I
Because
definitely
he
had a
never
feeling. I
said
had
words.
nightmares,
And you
yo.
thought he was for real because he never talked.
Man,
You-
at some point in time, you had a real fear of the Undertaker. If not
Everybody is
Undertaker,
afraid
yeah.
of a nigga who don't talk. If you got a nigga in the room and he mute, he quiet, everybody look, what's wrong with him? Is he all right? That nigga crazy.
bro,
Oh, if he
Kevin
talk,
Hart
he sound-
interviewed
when he
Undertaker,
talk, he
and
sound
he
like
said
death
he really
himself.
did that.
Didn't fucking talk.
Yeah,
all the
when he
time.
talk, he sound like death itself. Like, yo, somebody about
That
to
nigga
die in this
scary.
ring, like for real.
Niggas was scared of
They
Kane the
named the
same way.
monster
'Cause
truck after him. They named the
Right.
monster
Kane was the
truck
same
after
way.
his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kane was the same
Now
way too.
Kane,
Yeah.
he didn't talk at all.
Yeah, especially
didn't
when he had
name
the
him-
mask on.
He the only one they named the monster truck after. The Undertaker.
Yeah.
They was in the whole monster truck series.
Yeah,
He had a
my
whole monster
favorite
truck named after.
my favorite version of the Undertaker is when he used to come out with the purple gloves on.
That purple series when he had the purple coat with the purple
Yeah.
There was a whole era of the purple. That was a big thing. When he put on that purple, it's like he came back. He switched up and he became like a hero because he was on the bad side at first.
Who was that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say he was a bad guy for a long
Bad
time.
guy
But
first,
that's
and then-
why I think a lot of people don't name him because he was a bad guy for a long ass time, and then out of
Right.
nowhere
When
he
the
kind of
crowd
became
fell in
good.
love with him when he had that
Yeah.
purple on, they started to love
That
him.
was Owen
like
Hart that fell, right? That fell and died.
Yeah, that Owen Hart thing was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm reading a book about that actually too. It's crazy.
Man, we watched that man fall to his death on TV.
In real life.
What
yeah.
about the real Olympic wrestler? What was his name?
Kurt
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle ass.
Garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah, trash.
Is it garbage?
That
Garbage.
era. That
Oh
era.
wow, dang what?
Kurt Angle's garbage, dog.
We might
Yeah,
we
that
might
era.
as well start talking
The
about
ankle
niggas
lock?
like rats.
Come on, dog. The ankle lock?
Okay, so was you mad he beat Shawn at WrestleMania? I thought Shawn should have beat him.
Fuck yeah.
No, I should have beat him.
Yeah.
You got that
Oh,
right.
How did nobody name Ken Shamrock?
Ooh.
How
Mm.
ain't nobody named Ken
Because
Shamrock?
you know why? You know why? Because he
Why?
did it to himself. Because he went to the UFC and started getting his ass beat.
That must be
Oh, he
Tristan.
sure enough
He
did.
did it to himself.
I only know him from the UFC. I didn't know that nigga was in WWE.
See,
What?
exactly.
Ken
Exactly.
But that's the thing. I never really been a WWE. I'm a WCW, WWF.
Mickey
That's
Reed
my
bringing
that's
him out.
said the
Moses was Mickey
WCW,
Reed.
Monday
WWF.
night,
Like that
Monday
was
Nitro.
Monday Night Raw. Nigga, I was there the first
No,
day they did
before
Monday Night
Raw,
Raw at
Nitro.
motherfucker. They kicked it off at the Rotunda in the Mall of America. Nigga, I was at that shit. That shit was
Look at
lit. They
this
had the
one.
big ass ring right in the middle of the Rotunda at the Mall of America.
Debo.
That's
What about
Y'all forgot Debo?
Hey, the DX sign, yeah.
Oh, Zeus? What you know about Zeus?
Debo,
nigga?
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
You don't
Zeus,
know holds
Debo.
barred. I don't know about no holds barred. That's Hulk Hogan.
What?
That's Hulk Hogan.
Y2J is the undisputed champion.
Now I don't think nobody ever got me as excited as Stone Cold. I
Stone
can't be
Cold.
playing.
He
That,
John
that
316.
motherfucker was
Hey, man, I used
riveting.
to love that shit.
That nigga was riveting. That nigga come out there with that
Yeah.
Texas swag and
I used to love that shit.
Hey,
Oh, it
man,
used to get me
that
hyped.
motherfucker
But what
have
about
you
Debo
turned.
though? Hey, what's the name of that movie? I know y'all brought the movie up with
No holds
Debo
barred.
and Debo.
No holds barred.
Woo!
That's
It
what I
came on
said. That's
every
what I'm
Saturday.
saying. That's
It came
Hulk
on every
Hogan,
Saturday in the
nigga.
hood.
Hulk
It came
Hogan.
on every
Hulk Hogan
Saturday in
is
the hood,
iconic
As
yo.
when
a
it comes to
kid,
wrestling,
I used to
bro. Like,
watch that. Oh, I couldn't wait for it to come out. And when I
what's that
watched
Hey
it,
yo,
I said,
somebody
smell?
get rid of
damn.
that. Somebody get rid of that spam out the chat, man. Somebody get rid of that shit out of the chat, man. Get rid of that spam bullshit.
I don't even. How do
Block
you
that
even
nigga.
do
One of
that?
the mods. One of the mods got it. They
All
can
right,
take
I
care of
gotta
block
get
that
on
nigga.
that.
Yeah, get that nigga up out of here.
I gave everybody riches,
Zeus.
man. Somebody cancel that shit.
Yeah, Zeus was scary
My
too
dog.
for a minute too.
R.I.P. Tiny, man.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't Snoop try to get in the ring with him?
Yeah.
Was it Zeus?
Man, that was Snoop. I think Snoop got in the ring with him and fucking Donald Trump.
Remember when Dennis
See,
Rodman
Snoop
was
tried to
That
show
nigga
Snoop
Vince
tried to get in
McMahon
the
don't
fight.
miss nothing, man.
hey, I'm not gonna lie. I think some of Trump's votes came from his cameos in WWE.
Man,
probably so.
without a doubt.
Hey, wow, fucking doubt. You know Vince
Man,
McMahon was
Trump
backing
was
the
the
nigga.
first celebrity that made it into the White House from being a celebrity.
No,
Right. Yep.
Reagan.
Yes.
Reagan.
No, it
Reagan
was
was.
Reagan.
Reagan was.
Oh,
Reagan.
Oh yeah,
I'm too
Reagan was
young
a
for
movie
that era.
star.
Y'all
He was
Yeah,
a
talking
he was a
some
movie
movie
star.
star.
shit I don't know
He
that
was a
about.
Reagan
movie
was a
star.
Hollywood movie star. Yep. He was
He
in
was a
Hollywood.
Hollywood movie
Trump
star.
was sending them checks though. He was sending them checks though. He was making sure we get them extra checks though. I ain't gonna front.
Ooh.
In
Trump, he
Hollywood.
was giving us some checks though, them
I
little stimulus
foco
checks.
fino.
I
Ronald
wasn't mad
Reagan
about
was
them
a
stimulus checks.
celebrity.
Yeah, he
Cool
was a celebrity.
fino.
Ronald
He was like a
Reagan was
western, country
he was in
western, like a
Hollywood.
country western
Go
star.
look at some of his
Yeah.
old movies. He was a Hollywood movie star, man. Ronald Reagan was a
He played in a
Hollywood
lot of
Bro,
movie.
this
westerns.
is my first time ever hearing this.
Nigga, go watch his old movies, man. He was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan, huh?
It was
He was
good.
in the westerns, man. If you was in the see,
Then he
I
was
ain't
in the
been
westerns. They're
the
tough.
lady that used to watch us as kids, her husband, all he did was watch westerns on TV all day. And so
See,
we
I
had to
Hey, he
would
sit
was in
there and
that.
it
wait on
would
my
sound
mama
more
He
and
was in
watch
that
all
believable
era
if
that.
you
with
said
John Wayne and
Nixon
them.
was a
Oh
superstar.
yeah, he was a
Like
cool John Wayne.
John Wayne, Clint
Nixon had
Eastwood.
a
Yep.
iconic look.
Yeah, he was there. Reagan was with all them. The Marlboro
Hmm.
guy.
Yep,
Um,
Clint Eastwood, all them. He was in that
y'all not
little
gonna sleep.
era.
Y'all not gonna sleep on Harlem. Harlem. What is it? Harlem Heat. Y'all not gonna sleep on them either.
Woo, Booker T, Stevie Ray,
Yeah, y'all
yeah.
not gonna
Booker
sleep on them.
T.
Oh no, okay.
And then
Well, we can talk about best tag team, and best tag team is definitely
was
Road
hard.
Warriors.
Oh yeah,
I
No.
Road
agree.
Warriors was one
The
though.
Road Warriors is the
Uh,
best tag team, man. I don't care nobody.
what's them
You beat,
brothers,
you
man?
beat
What's
them, it
them
was too
brothers?
big.
What's the name of them brothers, man? God damn, I
The
can't think of
Steiner
them.
Steiner
brothers.
Brothers, Steiner Brothers.
The Steiner
Ah,
brothers with Scott
Steiner
Steiner, Big
brothers.
Papa
Yeah,
Pump. Nigga,
yeah, super
the
suplex
motherfucking nigga that used
machine,
to be
boy.
barking like a dog and shit.
That nigga came back big as hell.
Nah,
That
best
nigga
duo.
came back big to the motherfucking nigga. That nigga came back
I'm gonna have
stupid swole. Like, what the
Nah, I'm gonna have
fuck
to
is
get that
that
to the
dude?
Hardy Boys.
Hardy
You
Boys.
think the
That's what I
Hardy
was thinking
Boys?
about.
Nah,
Tag team
Yeah,
Hardy
man.
shout
Hardy
out
Boys.
to
Boys.
Hardy
Legion
Boy.
of Doom,
That's what I
baby.
was thinking
Legion of
of.
Doom,
The
nigga.
Hardy
Animal,
Boys.
Hawk and Animal. Hawk and
Eddie Miller.
Animal was beat.
That's what
Yeah,
I was thinking of.
Nah, man. The Hardy
GTP.
Boys. The Hardy Boys. They changed the game with them TLC matches. Them and the Dudley
The
Boys. The
Hardy
table. The
Boys.
ladders in the tape. They
You
changed the
got to
game with
get
that
a
shit.
Hardy Boys. They shit. They did a whole
They changed the
documentary
Why
on
was
game.
Boys.
niggas letting Rey Mysterio come through and flex on him?
Ray Mysterio. My
My
son used to
my nigga
love
was
that.
coming through at
That was a
Man,
new
when
2 for 3.
you
school.
hear,
He came over there from the Mexican side.
you know it's finna go down, nigga.
You couldn't
He
stop that
did his
Nigga, the
619.
Road
thing. But
Warriors is
that's a new
dope.
school window. But
You
Ray
couldn't stop that
Mysterio came from that
619.
Mexican wrestling. He
Yeah,
came from that
man.
side with the
He
man.
came through at 2 for 3, laying shit
That
down.
nigga had the coldest action
That
figures.
boy
I
like
ain't gonna lie.
5'1". That boy like 5'1". Beating people that was 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall. He's like 5'1".
My
Yeah,
son used to
man.
look, but that was my son's favorite wrestler, Ray Mysterio. He
Oh,
used to
Ricky the
love Ray
Steamboat.
Mysterio.
Ricky the
Chris
Steamboat. Ricky the Dragon
Benoit.
Steamboat. That was my nigga right there.
Chris Benoit was dope too.
Chris
You used to blow the
Benoit.
fire. Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna bring up
Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog. Nobody gonna bring up
Junkyard
Junkyard
Dog.
Dog.
What y'all know about Junkyard? Oh, I just, as soon as I
Nobody.
said it, you said
I've
it.
been
Yeah.
I
waiting
mean,
for somebody to
That's
bring
my
up
dog.
Junkyard Dog.
if we gonna go back that far, if you gonna go back that
Nobody
far,
gonna
you need
bring
to
up
bring up Jimmy
Junkyard
Superfly
Dog.
Snooker. You got to bring up
Jimmy
Superfly
Fly
Snooker.
Snooker. Jimmy Fly
Yeah,
Snooker.
man.
That's what I'm
Got
saying.
to.
Ricky the Steamboat. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. That nigga used to be, that nigga, they used to walk, he's the first nigga walking on the ropes. Jump off that bitch to kick the shit out your ass.
Mhm.
Like nigga tightrope and then jump off that bitch and kick the fuck out you like damn. And at that time, that's why I thought that shit had to be real. Like nigga, you can't fake that.
What is the greatest
Fake them
wrestling move of all time?
Ooh,
DTP.
the Stone Cold
I don't know.
Stunner, baby.
I like the torture rack like a motherfucker, man.
The Stone Cold Stunner. Stone Cold Stunner.
To me,
No,
it's a tie between. It's a tie.
Sting move.
Can you dig it?
The Scorpion. That's called what? The Scorpion.
Hey.
To me, it's a tie between one or two things. It's either the RKO or the figure four leg lock.
Figure four
leg lock.
Yeah, that
Figure
RKO,
four.
Is that bigger than the rock bottom?
You definitely don't see it coming, but you don't see the super kick coming either. You don't see the super kick coming either. The super kick come out of nowhere.
No,
Like,
I take that back. I take it back. I take it back. I
The
take it back.
football player.
I take it back.
He used to have the spear.
Goldberg spear.
Goldberg. That was
Spear?
Goldberg. You know.
Hands down.
Goldberg. He used the football spear niggas. Ah!
Conversation over with. Goldberg.
Wait, we talking about
No, what you call it had the shit.
nigga?
Scott Steiner.
Putting a dirty sock in your mouth.
No, Scott Steiner, when he was the Steiner brothers, when he used to do that shit, what he used to call it, where he'd run to you, jump on your neck, and then flip your ass over.
The fact that you can't remember it X's it out.
I can't remember the name of this. I can't remember where he called the shit, but I know before he became Big Papa Pump, when he was Scott Steiner, that was his finishing move. Like he'll throw you against the ropes and like jump and like flip you over, like nigga flip you over with his legs, nigga. Like he'll jump on your neck and flip you. Frankensteiner, that shit, that right there, nigga, that shit was hard. That probably got to be the hardest move. That was
back breaker.
The Frankensteiner. Hell yeah, that was definitely
Triple H's pedigree won't bad either.
But you gotta remember, the spear was a setup move, though. It wasn't even a finisher. It was just a setup.
That's what makes it even better. That's what makes it even better.
Yeah.
This ain't even to kill you. This is to set you up for me to take your head off. Cause you right, cause he would hold him upside, like he would hold him upside down and just hold him.
Yeah.
What was that called? The jackhammer or something?
The jackhammer. And just let the blood rush to your head. Just hold you there.
Which one was the most dangerous, y'all think?
the DDT. Break your fucking neck.
DDT.
The last ride.
You could die.
Nigga, look, nigga.
Like, it was a couple of them like he might die tonight if we don't get it right.
The DDT is almost paralyzed.
Choke slam. Ain't nothing more famous than the choke slam because that came from Andre the Giant. Then Undertaker.
Every nigga in this chat done try to DDT somebody and down there broke their goddamn neck. Like, okay, yeah, we can't be doing that to everybody.
We do this.
You done DDT your little brother. If you got a little brother or something, you done DDT this nigga. And realize,
The DDT, the DDT in the sleeper hole. We all know we did the DDT in the sleeper hole.
I heard the chokehold. Hell yeah.
What is it called? The full Nelson?
Yeah, that's what else.
Yeah, but they can control those, and it depends on if you go the way. But there's some of them moves that when they execute them, you go to death if they don't pull it off right.
Hey, I'm telling you, put a nigga in that motherfucking foot, that poor Nelson nigga the first time. They like, oh shit.
I come off the top rope with your ass.
That's a killer, dog.
Go for yourself! Keep going!
Killer, dog.
Fear the spear, Kurt!
Yeah, that shit, I don't care how fake that shit is. That shit had to hurt, nigga.
That is a killer, dog.
That was a real football
shit
player,
hurt,
by the way,
nigga.
man.
Stay on the hill, real fucking football player.
Frisco from Starcade will
Damn
all
linebacker.
be here.
On your ass.
Man. Yeah, that
I don't know. Ric Flair probably had the most player shit though. He a backhand motherfucker.
And that's why I got Ric
Backhanded the shit out of
Flair,
bitch.
nigga, and all the wrestling was Ric
I'ma
Flair,
tell
the
y'all.
most player.
I'm gonna tell y'all a move that I definitely hurt myself on. That 5-star frog splash off the top rope.
See, anything coming off the top rope, nigga. Anything coming off the top ropes, nigga. I was terrified. Oh, he might die today. If you
Yeah,
coming off the
MVP
top rope with my life in your hands, nigga.
He used to
Hell no.
climb up to the top rope and the whole crowd MVP, and then he just frog on your ass. Yeah.
Knock the wind out your motherfucking ass trying to do that shit.
RVD stretched for like 2 hours before he would fight because
Don't
the
miss.
force splash for her.
Don't miss. Look, don't miss, nigga.
Don't let me be the nigga you supposed to do it on. I'm putting my knees up.
Yeah, bro, that wrestling shit
How
was
many fights
major,
you think
man.
they had in the locker room after a match? Nigga, you fucked it up. You almost killed me, nigga.
And that's where we had them fucked up at. Because we learned that the shit was set up and it was fake. But them
was
boys had some real
dangerous.
athleticism.
It was still dangerous, and a
It
lot of
wasn't fake. It was
athleticism went into that.
choreographed.
Right.
It was
Listen, Mick
quick.
Foley almost killed himself every time. I don't know
Every
how
time.
Man.
Ooh.
That
nigga was
man coming
ridiculous.
off the top of the cage.
Word.
Through
That nigga was ridiculous.
tables and chairs. Y'all remember y'all first time seeing a table, ladders, and chairs match?
I'm telling you,
Oh.
them Hardy Boys, they changed the
Right.
game.
Those
bro.
the
I'm
worst.
telling you.
Man.
Who else is doing a front flip off the top of a ladder?
Them boys was going through foldable chairs like they was paper.
Nigga.
Or,
Hey, y'all
or when they slide their ankle in the foldable chair and it just bruh.
Some
Hey,
of them
remember
boys
when-
still fucked
hey,
up
And
when
we
they
calling
behind
it
that
fake.
shit.
Remember Edge did that spear when Jeff Hardy had the belt and he speared him off the top of the ladder?
Yep.
He was dangling and he just jumped up and
The
speared him.
Hardy Boys.
Yep. Look, those are some of the best matches, dog. Those
Man.
are some of the best fucking
That's
matches.
some,
The
that's
tables,
some
ladders,
crazy
and chairs
shit.
used to
Like,
be
them
like,
boys really
that was
putting
some
their
shit
life
like
on
I
the
would
line.
never do this. I could fuck with the wrestling, but that tables, ladders, and chairs, hell no, ain't no way. How much they got paid to do that shit? That shit look
Word.
dangerous as hell.
Bro, imagine jumping 20 feet into a plywood. A plywood is the only thing stopping your fall from a concrete floor.
And every year they add something new in there. They add a new piece of danger. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, let me
ain't no
put
way.
this bag of text on top of this table.
Yeah, they
man.
add nails and shit.
Yeah, that's that
It ain't
mankind
enough.
shit
Let's
right
throw a
there.
bunch
Remember they
of
used to set
tax
the
on
table,
them.
remember they used to set the table on fire? Remember they used to set the whole table on fire?
Yep.
Yeah, he used to do ECW, boy. Ooh, I used to live for ECW.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, ECW. They used to get rid of the ropes and put the barbed wire up instead of ropes.
Yeah, y'all getting into the backyard
Y'all
wrestling
not
days.
y'all not reading Mickey. Like, Mickey know a lot about this shit. She been coming the whole time.
Hey,
Reed.
Mickey. Hey, what's going on, Mickey Red? Yo, let me
That
say
flying
something.
elbow.
Wrestling was
That's
so
how the fight
hyped
started every time. They come with a nigga with an elbow.
Wrestling was so hyped back in the day. 'Cause remember, back in those days with the ECW era, that's when we was in college and high school and all that. So we was definitely hype on a whole different hype. Like, you know what I mean? We were turning into men, but our testosterone and our mindset was just out of this world, yo. You know what I mean? We were just bugging. Like, we was doing backyard wrestling fights, all types of stuff. Like, it was crazy.
Everybody then tried to do a Randy Savage voice.
Nigga, we all jumped
Everybody
off the
that
bunk
wanted
beds.
to be Ric Flair.
Who didn't jump off the bunk beds, nigga? We jumped off the bunk beds trying to emulate that shit every time. I know I did. I used to come off the bunk beds with my little brother, nigga, all the time, nigga. Going off the third rope.
If you ain't never tried to run up on a nigga and DDT him.
Oh yeah, I done got in trouble in school. You know, hitting a motherfucker with a Stone Cold Stunner a time or two.
Man,
in the middle of school.
If you kick anybody in the world and they bend over, they getting hit with the Stone Cold Stunner.
The principal called your mama. He tried to execute a DDT in the classroom.
He's doing wrestling moves.
I'm gonna tell you when my parents fucked up because they had fucked around and bought me one of them Intercontinental Championship belts for Christmas one time. Yeah. I used to take that shit to school with me, bro.
Yeah, you thought it was real. Yeah,
Nigga, I used to take that shit to
can't
school.
tell me it
You
ain't
coming
real.
through the hallway like Stone Cold.
You can't tell me that I ain't earned this belt, nigga.
And the crazy part, that motherfucker won't nothing but styrofoam and plastic.
It was real to you, shit. I earned this, nigga. I was this man.
You couldn't tell me nothing.
Look, my homeboy took one to his birthday a couple weeks ago. He had a whole belt.
See, yeah, and I had two little brothers, so I used to have to we used to battle for the belt all the time.
Man,
He really
all the
had
time.
that.
All the time.
He mad as hell. His little brother got the belt in his room posted up. I'm coming for it.
I'm gonna get that
week.
shit tomorrow.
I'm
gonna
coming
get
for it
back
next
tomorrow.
week.
Set it up, nigga.
Like we not living in the same house.
Set up the match.
Man, I'm
Oh,
coming
man,
for
shit,
it.
man. Nah, that was a wonderful part of childhood, man.
Remember in childhood when you playing video games, your parents like they know you having a good time. They be like, "Oh, turn that game off in 5 minutes." You're like, "What? Like, How you trying to turn the game
Man,
off?
like we
We in the
just
middle of
started. We've been
the
playing for 10
game.
hours, but we just started.
Hey, but you know what? The finesse is though, you just hit pause and the motherfucker turn the TV off, and then when they come and check and see if you sleep, you wait till they leave and then turn the TV right back on and unpause that bitch.
I'm
Fuck out of here.
telling you.
Volume down on 0. Stop playing. We
Man,
ain't turning this off.
that's them PS1, PS2 days, baby.
Yeah, and that's before you know what I'm saying motherfuckers was getting memory cards and won't no saving the game.
Right.
Right.
You
Lord,
cut
let
this
your
off,
mother
I
turn
lose
it
all
off
my
when you came
progress.
back from school. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that used to be the worst. Oh, like if she come in there cleaning up and everything unplugged. Oh, that used to be the worst.
Mm.
You mad as hell. You trying to figure out how you can send it up with your mama. Like she getting it today.
They were like,
Doing
I'm
like
putting these hands on her
This
today.
nigga say, I ain't eating no food. I ain't
Or
gonna eat no
I
food.
doing like Kevin Hart did and be like, you gonna disrespect me in front of my friends? In front of my
Today.
friends?
you ready today?
Look,
Like she can get it.
and they be like, I know that TV on. I know that TV. Like, yo, how you know the TV on? I got it all the way down to 0. How you
It was
know?
on. I used to sneak my TV on too. She knew it was on. I don't know how.
them supersonic ears, dog.
She always knew the TV was on when I snuck it in.
Yeah, that was the one right there. That Supersonic and that Mario.
Oh man, man, when
I
when
feel like
Smash
me and
Bros
my
came
sister
out,
would have never got along if it wasn't for Mario.
Oh,
Mario brought me and my sister together.
see, you know what? It kind of caused arguments because nobody wanted to be Luigi.
Nah, we only had one control, so we was taking turns.
Oh, so
But
y'all
see,
was
I ain't played video games. I ain't played since Duck Hunt. That's the last game I played. Duck Hunt. I used to love playing Duck Hunt. But that was it. That was a long time ago on that first Nintendo.
Man,
Duck Hunt and Mike Tyson Punch Out.
that was live right there.
Yeah, but I used to like playing Duck Hunt. That came with the Mario. You got 2 games on there. You got
Why did
Mario
everybody
Brothers
on Mike
and Duck
Tyson
Hunt.
Punch Out look like Tupac? They was all bald headed and buff.
yo.
man, graphics done came a long motherfucking way when it comes to
That was
video
a good
games.
game though. It was only one way you can beat him though. I learned how to beat him. You had to counter.
You remember how blocky the motherfuckers used to look on them early Madden, NBA Live, 2K type of days?
Boy, what is you talking about? Tecmo Bowl. What you know about Tecmo
Oh
Bowl?
man.
Oh, I forgot
All
about
you had to
that.
do is
See, that
zigzag and
was
you in there.
that was after
Zigzag.
me.
All I needed was Bo Jackson, and that was it.
You get Bo Jackson and zigzag, nigga. Can't nobody catch you.
Joe Montana football. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Man. I know I'm
Double
taking it
dribble.
back. I know.
Double
Ooh, double
dribble.
dribble. Woo.
NBA Jams.
Double
NBA Jams.
dragon.
Oh yeah, double dragon. Oh my gosh. Contra. Remember Contra? Come on, man.
Look at Mickey. She know all
Contra
the
is a
shit.
classic, baby.
Mickey really know all the shit.
Everybody
Who had
needs
a,
a
who
Mickey
had,
in their life.
who had a
Mickey know
Nintendo Power
everything.
Glove? Who had a Power Glove?
Hell no. They was not buying that.
Nah,
Yeah, ain't buying me
I
that
couldn't
either,
afford
man.
that.
They was not copping that.
They was not gonna buy the glove. I never asked for video game shit though. Everything. All right, man. This was good, man. I'm gonna end this live.
All
This was
right, all
super
right.
fun, man.
Man,
We
y'all
was
know I had to
talking
come
about
over here and come fuck
Bro,
with
we
y'all,
rocked
man.
out tonight, baby.
the
I
show
can't wait to
shit.
get on with you guys again. Best, thank you for joining us.
Let y'all
Why
know
Yes,
what the
always
next
definitely.
one
a
is,
pleasure.
man.
Most definitely.
For sure.
All right, man.
I'm
Hey,
Mr.
before
O.
we go, I know Mr. O was sending them over to you. Hef, I ain't never I just wanted to hear your perspective on the shit he was sending over to you, them logos and shit.
Yeah, Unc finna make something too. He gonna send us something. But
Yeah.
he was the one making them logos I was sending you.
Mhm.
Um,
The player perspective with the
Player
two
perspective
P's, the
logo.
eyes and glasses.
oh, I ain't see that.
Yeah,
You
you
ain't see
did. I sent them to you the other night. I was live. You
Not the
wrote me back.
glasses.
Yeah, all the P's.
All the P's.
it said
Yeah.
player's perspective, player on the top, perspective on the bottom. It had the
You
two
talking the
P's facing
hat?
each
I
other.
got the hat.
Yeah,
But
the
before
two
that, I
nah,
sent
not
you
the
the
hat.
other ones. I was sending them out to you. They all in the text thread.
No, I ain't got no not the two P's.
Look in
No.
your Instagram.
Oh, Insta.
He was sending them through Instagram.
Oh. Nice.
I just wanted your opinion because I Jen sent some notes over and I plan on doing some work on it. I just wanted your opinion as well.
Yeah, Jen just want us to keep it classy and player and not attach the brand to like sexy classy.
That's
Yeah.
clean.
That's the
That's
one I
clean.
picked
I
out.
like it. It's clean.
That was the first one I picked. That's the one I picked out.
All right. All right. Okay.
This one clean too. Yes, I
I
like
do
that
like
one.
that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, he was doing them all live the other night. He
Oh,
did all
okay.
that
Yeah,
live while
that's
I was on my
dope.
page.
Yeah, I mess with a couple of them for sure.
Okay. All right. But yeah, y'all know I fuck with y'all a long way. You know what I'm saying? I always appreciate y'all letting me come up here. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
bro, always a pleasure.
Already. Tristan, you stay petty. Mr. Best in the world.
Oh,
Always good to see you.
always.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, and
Man,
stop betting on
Tristan
them college
always
games,
rocking in
bro.
the comments, man. He be
Stop
going
betting on
hard.
them college games, fool.
Yo, I almost turned $5 into 43K.
Stop
Like,
it.
what do you mean?
How do you
Stop
do
it.
that?
Who expects Villanova to lose to Creighton? Who expects that?
It's set up for that. You really
That's
think you
why
ain't
the bet was so
look,
high.
man. DraftKings, MGM, all of it. Ain't none of them about to let you turn $5 into 43, bro.
Yo, listen. I'm right. You see the bets on the in the Facebook group. I'm off by one every time. I'm just saying. I'm right there. I'm a hit. It's gonna happen.
Y'all be easy, man.
Hold
Man,
on, what? There you go right there. It's on the thing. You see it up there?
Oh yeah, that should look good.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that should look good.
Hit
I
him
had that one up there.
hit him with the closer, bro.
Okay. I Mr.O. You taking your drink every time I do it, you know. I'm Mr.O.
It's Hef.
and I'm just living.
House of Hustle, motherfucker.
You did.
You
It sound
tuning
better
into
when
player
we practice it.
perspectives.
You just be doing it too slow, man. You got to get it.
It's
Get
got to be
radio. You got to
it's
give
got
him
to be
some radio
synchronatic.
training. Watch. He needs some radio training.
I feel like I feel like the shakiness can be
It's
our
funny.
thing.
It's funny. I like it because the first time he did it came off shaking, so they just expected to look shaky.
You guys should just put it in a video and just have it as an outro.
Man, like hit play.
Hey, why you bullshitting? That
Hey,
do
they
sound like a play
let you
for
do
real.
this though. Don't they let you do like a here we go.
Everybody wanna know, Mr.O, where you been? What you got going on? I'm just living. I'm just trying to get real, nigga. I'm just trying to get real, nigga. I'm just trying to get real, nigga.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
long
that's
as
all we
hell.
can do
But
now.
yeah,
They let us
that's
add
a little
videos in
long.
there now.
It's a
That's
little
my
long.
intro. I got an outro too, though. I got an
That ain't
outro.
long. That ain't long. That's
my
like what, like 10 seconds, 12
Ah,
Yeah,
seconds?
that's not.
my attention span was going crazy. Like, wait,
You was
is
jamming.
everybody still gonna be
That
there?
was in there. I got an outro too, though. This is my outro on my channel. If it upload, it might take a little. But yeah, the MP4. But shit, yeah, I got an outro. We need to do us an outro and get this logo done. Now we got our page sponsored. We got some. He sent some more.
Yeah,
Did you
I'm
send me
looking
that?
for it now.
Yeah, send me some bread, and we can upgrade.
Matter
We
of fact,
upgraded our shit.
yeah. Matter of fact, when y'all end this, I'm gonna sit backstage real quick because I just wanna, because I told you I was gonna write a script for you and shit. So I just a couple questions.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take it down. Have a good night. Great show.
Man,
Catch
it's a
y'all
Man,
later.
pleasure.
thank you, man. Thank you, Tristan. Appreciate you.
You said you
Doing-
still rocking with Venmo, ain't it?